I am sure sports. You know me there, from coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get your sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know the game play, that me not say it. If me never seen a game, me not know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you are gonna love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crap of players. We are good enough. Remember, like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Trick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices. Add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
All right. Good afternoon. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing fine. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports. I am your host, Man on this glorious Tuesday afternoon. Sun is shining to the rescue. We say praises be to the Most High God, the one who has made the heavens and the earth. He keeps us. He never slumbers. He never, ever sleeps. He's a good God all the time, and all the times he is good. Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His love endures forever. Great and mighty is he. He is the Lord, strong and mighty, the Lord mighty in battle today. I encourage you to take hope in the Lord, to find confidence in him. He will not allow your foot to be moved, and he keeps you, and he never ever slumbers or sleep. And they are more for you than they are against you. God loves you with an unconditional love. You don't have to be perfect to experience his perfect love for you. I am filled with imperfections, but of this one thing I'm confident: God loves me none the less. I'm not perfect, but I'm loved by a perfect God. So I never feel rejected or less than. You understand me? Bless up to every single one of you. My pleasure to be with you today. It's an abbreviated version of the show, so you got to get your calls in early. You got to get all that you want to say in as early as possible, because it's not going to be a long show today. We got some pressing matters. We'll be going into the streets to talk to the people, some of who were affected by so we can bring back some of those reports to you. Maybe there's a loved one of yours, you understand me, who needs some help. But before we even get to that, there's a couple of things that I really have to show to you. I want to encourage you to see and to know, right? Especially as it relates to Z Manning's school, right? All right. I need to talk to you about this, right? We have a lot of stuff that the school need your help, and maybe you're a Manning student and for some reason you're former student, you're disconnected from the school today. I'm going to give you a glorious opportunity to reconnect, especially if you're out there in the diaspora, so you can help with the repair work that is being done. I'm going to show you images and show you how you can make a direct contribution to this effort to repair after the damage of Hurricane Beryl. All right. And if you're just a good citizen of Jamaica and you want to help, you will also have an opportunity to do so. But welcome to Drew Ross, aka Drew Fortis. Bless up, my brother. He says like and share. Share and like, and also subscribe. 3 things you need to do: like, share, and subscribe. Why is it so hard for people to subscribe when it is free? Why subscribe and unsubscribe? It is free. It don't cost you a dime or a penny. Just hit that subscribe button, share the content with someone, and please make sure as soon as you're on, you like the video. Big up to Triple E, Paul Watkins. Gunner's boss is back. Yeah. Ricardo Baggio in the building. All right. Man, what's Tivoli High this year? Hearing good things, looking to win the triple. All right. Fabi Frano. How you doing? Live 11 radio. Minister Dean, bless up yourself. All right. Cornwall College in the PLACE place. Big up all of it. I don't know. When I say CC now, then Clarendon College is going to get involved in the business. Cornwall College, you understand me? Big up on yourself. Bless up. You understand me? Russie's, bless up. Anchovy High, bless up. Herbert Morrison, bless up. William Nib, bless up. Belmont, bless up. You used to call it senior school. Yeah. Peter Seal High School, bless up. Godfrey Stewart, bless up. Sal High, bless up. Little London High, bless up. Green Island High, bless up. Malden, bless up. Mushet, bless up. Do I? St. Elizabeth Technical, bless up. Merlin Atty, High, bless up. Who have I left out? Mobile High, bless up. St. James High, bless up. Great Pond High, bless up. Spot Valley, yo. So much school, we can't remember the whole of them. Easy on yourself. If you don't hear it, man, gonna teach field right now. We don't reach over the east. We don't reach over there. So yet, tomorrow, after the school them in the east. So the man them in the east, oh no, easy. Big up, Mr. Rudolph Speed. Mr. Speed, the people them say, you're afraid to come on for a management show because management ask me a tough question. So you start run up and down around the place. You understand me? Them say you're afraid. A management tough question them in Mr. Speed. But me tell them say, nah man, Mr. Speed love fighting. They man they run from no back. And a battle, you know. Back. They man they run from no back. Cause them always travel with them non, what them call it? Them non Jacko. It's so good to be here. Erwin, yeah, Erwin. Yeah, big up the whole of the school them down that side. You understand me? What the name? A Claude McKay? No, I'm not Claude McKay. It's not Claude McKay. Cedric Titus, Balakar, Holland High too. Hey yo, a whole school down them side there, you know. Yeah, man, a whole school down them side there. Yeah. All right, just Kelly's there, Clarendon. I want to know, man. Dre anyway, watch it now, man. Big up, big up Peter Mystic. But all right, so we have some good stuff we're going to talk about. I got this suggestion from the video I did yesterday, and I'm going to read it out about how the process of selecting the new coach should be. There should be a level of transparency in terms of how the process. I'm going to talk about that Kishane victory today in the meet that they had. Sharika Jackson pulling up but walking across the finishing line, and Tia Clayton winning again. All right, that is what we're going to do today. We don't have a lot of time, around an hour and 30 minutes maximum that we're going to spend. So I'm going to encourage you as soon as you can to call in and let your voices be heard. All right, but I'm not going to delay very long. So several schools suffered damages throughout the passage of Hurricane Beryl. Right, one of those schools is the Manning School, one of the oldest institution at the high school level in the Caribbean and in this part of the world, really. Wolmer's, there is always this debate as to whether or not Wolmer's is older or Manning's is older, because one, the deed was done by Thomas Manning to do the school, but I think the actual construction or the school operation started with Wolmer's. But there is that debate, and we're not going to get into that right now. Two noble institutions, and they must be recognized for their contribution to putting out quality a student over the years, in particular Manning's, to produce a fine product like yours truly, Manning's man. You know what I'm talking about. Yes. All right. But the school, the Thomas Manning building, which is the library, and it was also used for the sixth form block, had some damages and some other buildings. So now they have put out something that I want to read to you, and then there is numbers there that you can actually make a direct donation to the school in the recovery process, and there are images that you will see. So I'm going to show you that and then invite you to reach out and make a contribution. It goes, like I said, it goes to the school, which is good, so you don't have to feel like there could be any skullduggery going on. No, nothing like that. Your contribution will be used in a way that integrity. So it is a Manning school, and it's to the stakeholders and all of that. Speaking to the community, and then it speaks to the damages suffered. The Thomas Manning building, already in a state of disrepair, suffered further damage. The roofs of both the Prescott and Mumble blocks have been destroyed, impacting a total of 12 classrooms. The roof of the auditorium has been partially destroyed, exposing section of the rear to the elements. Several other roofs, including that of the home economics block, have sustained minor damages. Portions of the school fence has been compromised. Numerous windows have been broken or otherwise damaged. The electrical infrastructure has been compromised, affecting multiple buildings. The teacher cottages suffered damage to the roofing. So you can see lots of stuff. And so I think there's still an assessment. So they have some accounts here that you can see, you can screenshot, you can take it, but this is a way you can take this information and give directly to the school. There's a Sagicor Bank. The branch is a Savannah Lamar branch. There's an account number. All right. It's a current account, right? So you can even ask those things of the bank. All right. It is, the account name is the Thomas Manning Trust Fund. Then there is a US account that you can make contribution to. I really want you to do it. They say every mickle makes a muckle in Jamaica, and so whatever you can in the effort to repair and restore, from the damages due to the passage of Hurricane Beryl, I implore you to go ahead and do so and make a contribution. All right. If you look, this is the Thomas Manning building, a heritage site, and so there you go. Lots of damage to it. Of course, it was in a state of disrepair, which must be made clear. All right. There you go. You can see the damage is done. So a lot of stuff. That is the auditorium. So you can see that is the back of the auditorium. That is the part that goes to the main road. You can see windows knocked out right there. Smashed windows of the STEM Center, which was recently constructed. Damaged door of the S block. Those are hurricane damage right there. There you go. Other damages suffered to the school. You can see. I mean, it is Prescott and the Mumbai blocks. Those were also damaged as well. You can see the entire roof on the Mumbai blocks right there. The entire roof is no longer intact and in place. So it's a whole lot. Torn off section of the roof from the Prescott block. So there you go. Light poles damaged. The electrical wires entangled the section of the roof from the Prescott block. So there you're seeing it. You're seeing that it is extensive. This is the agricultural era. The farm, the greenhouse, they're damaged. So whatever you can do to aid in this effort of restoring, it will be appreciated. All right. Yeah. Yes, sir. It is Rudolph Speed in the comment section. Yeah, man. So what I am not, there is already a fund. So I am sure sport or management don't need to start something. There is something already. Give the money to that. All right. And what you can do, you can call me and I can connect you. I can give you the account information. What I want you to do is not to give it to this person and that person. You can make the personal donation. All right. You can make the personal donation. Right. Yes. All right. Yep. So that is good. The other thing I want to speak to you about is so please, right? Oh Jesus. All right. All right. The man them say who Canada getting 6 later. The man them a job road for man is but already. The man say them a give 6 size. Betting you 6 size balls. Betting you 6 size balls. Hold on, the DW, fix up that thing there, man. DW, fix up that in a DW. Mind you get yourself in trouble in a DW. DW, fix up that. Fix up that right now, Mr. DW. Fix it. Thank you. Thank you, sir. All right. Size 5 football. If Canada gets 6. All right. So there's also the Euro. The Euros are on. France versus Spain. Give you a score prediction. All right. All right. So let me just get through this. All right. Sherika Jackson, as you know, she was doing the 200 meters at this meet. Leading, looked like should have won comfortably. I don't think she was pushing herself. I figured she just kind of stopped because whatever she felt, maybe she felt a little cramp, and she just stopped, which is the right thing to do. I believe that she's okay, and there's nothing for us to be worried about as it relates to her participation in the Olympics. All right. I think she's good. I think it's very precautionary. Her pulling up, she's smart enough to know that this is not a big deal. The Olympics are the big deal. And if there's any discomfort, just stop. I think that's what she did. And so I don't think there's anything that we need to worry about. Tia Clayton, again, she did very well in the 100 meters, beating a quality field. I think she's going to be in medal contention at the Olympics. I think don't discount the fighting fiery spirit, all right, in this young woman. I mean, many didn't have her as probably the sister who would have been doing well, but you just never know. So kudos to her, and yeah, looking forward to her at the Olympics. Yeah, whatever she felt though, Jason Guna, I know it wasn't, it is not good, but I don't think she was going at a pace that would aggravate or cause any serious damage. And like I said, it wasn't this sudden, oh, stop, kind of a thing. It was like, okay, what, like, it's almost like, what is this? You know what, let me just slow down and just walk out this thing. That's how I saw it. So I don't think it is a concern, but we wait medical reports to kind of understand totally what is happening there. All right. Kishane, I think Kishane in this 9.91, this guy looks like he's in 9.6 shape. Easily. That's the shape that he looks. And I'd love for him to keep this period of peak all the way to the 100-meter finals at the Olympics. He looks superb. And if he can keep this up, right, I believe that the gold medal will be his. I know many people are saying that he will break Usain Bolt record. I don't believe that he's going to do this in what I would call his first season competing at this high level. It may be in the cards down the road, but not for this Olympic. I think sometimes because of how great Usain Bolt was, we think his time are easy. They are not. Like everything on the day must be perfect, including those who are in the finals with you, including possibly not having a false start in the race. So if he doesn't have the ideal circumstances, he will not be close enough to it, right? Because when we say 6 and we say 5, we think it is close. It's not close. In track and field, that second is not close. It is a good distance. That 1 second, 2 seconds, it's not close. And we think because we say seconds, but in track and field, at the speed that the athletes are going, being a second faster, 2 seconds faster is still a reasonable gap. All right. So I said, Jason, saying here, let me just put up this one. He says, because she will have to exert herself in a few weeks. So hopefully she can get fit enough to do that at the Olympics. She will need to win. All right. Yeah. All right. So here's the thing though, Jason. This is where probably you and I have a slight variation in terms of this conversation. One, so when I say 9.6, I'm talking about 9.6 high, like 9.69, 9.68, not 9.6 flat or 9.6 like 1, which is close to 9.58. I'm thinking about just breaking 9.7, which is still a far distance from Usain Bolt, right? So that's where I am at. But nothing is impossible. You understand me? This is also Stephen Francis, who is one of the top coaches, I believe, to ever coach in track and field, along with Glenn Mills. And I think Jamaica, while we talk about our athletes, Jamaica has been blessed with some of the best coaches when it comes on to sprinting in all of track and field's history. And we have had them like in the same era. This is historic. Like, we could have found a Glenn Mills and a Stephen Francis training athletes in the same era. Fantastic. All right. Yeah. All right. So I have one other thing I want to talk to you about. This is the annual staging of Ali Cup. Ali Cup is as you know, it is a Excelsior High School promo. All right. They do it every year in honor of the son of Alan Skill Cole. All right, so let me see if I can get this going for you. All right, so here we go. All right, let me do it this way. I don't know. I am having some challenges with this thing of mine. Yeah. All right. So here we go. All right. So let me just share this with you, people, and then we will move on to some more pertinent discussions. All right. So this is a preview invitation of Ali Cup. Further down the road, we'll have some of the organizers on the show with us.
There's a Moscow. Ali Cup 2024 Invitational Football Tournament. That one is loud, you know. August 15 to the 17th, right over Excelsior. That one is a big day, you know. 20 football team, 10 Da Costa team, and 10 Manning Cup team. So you know it's a murder. August 15, all Da Costa Cup team a play. You see the 16, Manning Cup team a play. But you see the 17, big quarter-final, semi-final, and final. So everybody knows that the Ali Cup is not a Fanny Cup. So make sure you come out. People, remember the raffle. So get a raffle ticket now, cause upon the final day, the drawing go on. Belly Rang says so.
All right, so check it out. Show them some love and support. Very exciting. You will hear more about that in the upcoming weeks. All right. Remember that the lines are open because we are having an abbreviated version of the show. So please tune in. So today I also want to do something. I like doing this because when I see people doing good work, I like to promote it. So you have some vloggers who have come onto the scene as of recent, and they're putting out some good work. You have to show them some love and support, right? I believe that, you know, we can support all Jamaican in the space, and it doesn't hinder anyone who is trying to earn or anything. I am glad because every new vlogger that comes up, they bring with them a group of person who is coming to the space for the first time. So I have benefited from new persons coming into the space because there are some persons who only come on these platforms because they know the person who is starting the channel. So I have to big up some people, not just because they have brought new subscribers onto these platforms, but also because they are doing good work. Like Jason Guna. And sometimes I wonder, like, you know, just like with me, I wonder how the subscription for some of these platforms are not as, you know, that they don't have the thousands, and you know, they don't have, like, I look at Jason Guna TV right now. Let me just see if I can find the amount of subscribers. I'm going to call out a couple of them, right? Let's see. 919. Listen, he has done enough to have over 1,000 subscribers. All right, that's Jason Guna. All right, yeah, BAM Sports TV. All right, just came onto the scene. This is Man of Steel, right? 285. I think the quality that he has put out just for in the short space, there should be more subscribers. That sound like just him brothers and sisters and him children them. That sound like that. Those are only the person who are subscribed to. Just him mother, him father, him brother, him sister, and him kids and grandkids them. Come on. All right. You also have Cranky at Cranky Live. All right. Who has been doing a lot of promo before he actually started the channel, right? And you know, let me give you his numbers. From what I'm seeing is 1.22. Not bad in such a short time, but it could be more. All right. So you also have 433 Presser, right? Support them. They are new. They are doing good work. Show them some love. All right. And let's grow together. All right. Now, some people are saying I'm an idiot because man the man channel. Listen, at this me. No, man can say disrespectful things. But if I'm not listening to you, if I'm not paying attention to you, you can disrespect me. And not only that, listen. have a secret. I don't care. So it doesn't matter, right? But when we are talking, we can have reasonable dialogue. All right, Mr. Speed, where are you? Mr. Speed, not want to send me a text and say, man, send me the link, all right? Let me come answer some questions. All right, so here's my, so I did a video yesterday, very good video. Thanks to all the persons who were on watching it and listening to it, right? And at the end of the video, so let me find this. At the end of the video, you know, some persons watch the replay, and there is one person who watched the video afterwards, and he made this comment. Can I find it? Oh, geez. All right. His name is Michael. Oh no, that's not it. I found the wrong one. I'm going to find the right one. This one, yeah, this is the one that I need to find. So, this person goes by the name Michael. It says, "Man, I heard you mention 2 names as possible candidates for the head coaching job that I think could be a very bad idea. Klinsmann was atrocious with South Korea, the worst coach they had ever had, and has had a bad coaching record. Cooper has also been unimpressive in his coaching stints. We need someone that is tactically flexible, open-minded, honest, and can attract big players. Is charismatic, if possible, and has high-level coaching experience. Hal Grimson wasn't a good hire, even though bringing him had its benefit because his style doesn't suit Jamaica. So I'm worried about the JFF's ability to select. All right. So I was sharing this with someone else about how, you know, I think the comment was a very good comment that the person made, Michael, that is, and it is something that I could, you know, build a conversation around as it relates to the selection of a coach. Remember, all right, as we get into that discussion, the Euros are on. France versus Spain. France losing. Spain will be without a couple of key players. I think France loses one player through suspension, but Spain loses a couple of players. So if the game is going to be played today, then all that petition about Germany, Spain being replayed, it's not going to happen. One of the laws of football, or one of the things they say in football, is that the referee's decision is finite. Final, finale, finito, final. So it means that it is done and it is dusted. So now, I think going ahead in the hiring of a coach, I think at this point, it is important that this be, though it is the decision of the technical committee, that there is a collective discussion with key elements and a level of transparency to the process of the selection of the coach. All right. Yeah. What do I mean by that? All right. So let's discuss it from my perspective and what we have said. Number one, if there is over 30 names, it should be maybe a press release at some point should come out and say, we have had over, 30 or, approximate figures of coaches who have applied for the job. The window for application is now closed. And what we will do, we will go through the process and we will have a short list of, say, 5. I don't know, whatever the number is, but something to that sort. So people know that there is an ongoing process. All right. Give me a sec, people. Yeah. All right. So, bam. So I think that is important. important that that is done. That something will be said that yes, we have received. You don't have to give the names of the people and all of that, but at least let everyone know that there's over this amount of names, and that should be some official thing, and that we are in the process of going through whatever because there is a need, right, to know have a short list. When it comes to that, all right, and you have your short list, say 5, how many persons that may be, I think there are some conversations that must be persons I think would be necessary to engage in this process of the selection. What do I mean by engage in the process of selection? Yeah, all right. There needs to be engagement. What is the engagement? The engagement is people who are key in the critical areas of the team must be engaged. What do I mean by that? So one, there's a general manager that I think his input would be needed in this process, right? All right, see, all right, we have the first caller, so I'm going to come back to that, people, but we have Gunner's boss on the line. Yeah, go ahead, Gunner's boss.
Not looking for no viral moment. Just 2 minutes. Big up yourself, man, and all of the people in the comment section who like, share, and subscribe already. People wanna like the video already, and I like the video. Me personally, man, love on the but I like when you knock out and I pay the man teamwork, And if you like the video, at least press the thumbs up button, man. That's all we have to do. We not big on no money in idea. Just press the thumbs up button. We know it's tough down at Jamaica and thing and all over the world. But you can't press the thumbs up button, it's free, it not cost nothing. So what the man say, I appreciate it. That's why him left where there, and him want to come back now. I would like him in the ICS because he's one of the more quality YouTubers. So to give the man, give the man him flowers, man. He general, touch up some like 85 pound when they will like please and tap. No respect to him. Your man is man. Let me tell you something. So when me a little boy, Granny, you would say you can't change your ways, but you can't change your face. And lie, she that tell we are not trick with it. Because people have the plastic surgery and all kind of things all over the world, and BB and all them things. How you going to come here and just say what you just said a little while about? You said something in that range. What was it you just said a little while? Me call you,
Huh?
Catch me up. What did you just say? You me go over there and tell the people them to like your show and figure it when it comes to challenge.
I said a lot. I don't know.
Me know.
No, I tried to figure it out.
No, man.
Concerning what? The last thing I said
you
about
said something. It was in the range of things not gonna happen. It's not gonna change. And I want to tell you that it's not true. What was it?
It's not going to, what the last thing I said is that so there should be a short list. So you come down from the 30, there should be a short list of like 5 or so, whatever that number is. And then once you have that, you can then begin to dialogue with key stakeholders. And then I said one of those persons, because I was going through the list of persons who I believe their engagement is critical or important, but they don't make the choice because that choice is up to the technical committee. But I think there's an engagement that needs to take place with stakeholders, and I'm listing out the stakeholders. So I don't know what you heard.
No, man, you said something where that dragged me out, and I'm trying to remember what you said. Something too hot here, man. It look like this, and I melt my brain right now.
I don't see anyone in the comment section saying anything that I could pick up on.
Well, it was something. You said something, and you say, "Oh, I'm trying to remember, man." That's why the first thing that's come to mind is you saying, his grandma saying, you can change your face. You can change your ways, but you cannot change your face. And people are changing their faces and their complexion now. I don't remember what you said, but I want to tell you that is not true. Because everything is being changed now. Things are being different now. Things that we believe could not be changed back then are being changed every day right now. So I'm going to get back to the show and listen to it and get in the comment section later on when you finish post it. But true, me not really a call to make no sense to them. I just a call to make a show and pick up and tell Mr. Speed. So Mr. Speed, shut out the night, you're good team. Take you up. And that me want to tell you, me vex. So you're there in the comment section and come over here, me can tell you for yourself. Take your job. You're not afraid of nobody. We are bad people. You are bad people. You're not afraid of nobody and you know the work. So don't go hire nobody. Take your job and do it, brother. And show them all the haters say, you're good for it and you're bad at it. And that me want to see you. Yeah, and that me call to tell you that.
All right. If you remember, if you remember, because I'm trying my best to remember, but I can't pick up what you were saying.
I'm gonna rewind. To
yeah, please. I'd love to know what that is.
Yeah, man. Something where you say, I don't know what happened to me today. I maybe have to know. For the 16 I come in September. And I kind of have it over there.
Okay. All right then.
It being retain like it used to. It alive. Me I tell you, nobody now retain more than me at 60. So don't get it twisted. That's some bad dog man in man have run in the year. The dog is a whole man. What's that? German Shepherd you got a pick for?
What you want to know? What you want to know the type of dog? It's a German Shepherd. All right, I'm going to put a picture of him, man. I'm going to put a picture of him so you can see him. No worries, sir.
I think I see him already.
Yeah.
I think I see him somewhere already.
You see one of them, yeah. Yeah,
me see one of them. Yeah, man. Beautiful, nice dogs, then. I know, boy. You have to be sitting on some papers because I tell you what, it's more expensive to maintain those dogs than it takes to maintain human, a lot of human, because the medical and all those things is not cheap, and then you have to take them and get them teeth brush and groom and all those good things, and you have to have specialists to do them things. So, Travis, I look at work here right now, still, and if you ever go and we can see the muddy and brush down teeth and Westmoreland. You need to give me a job to brush your teeth. Big up yourself, Travis, especially general. And in fan 16, I go out with things they have the American, them have fair and afraid to be clear. Me see, yeah, been a film friend for them podcast. I talk, and as soon as Kishane win require the man them drop it again. Before you could have dropped it, the man then drop it further, the man that's all the man them drop. Oblique Civil and Kishane is dangerous for our life.
Yeah, I wonder what Shannon Sharp is saying now. He has stopped talking.
But me see, as you say, I'm seeing how me see running for Shannon Sharp. I don't get the response neither. Shannon Sharp,
unseen. I think I was one. I did the first video, and then I think I did around 3 videos.
How you are running for Shannon Sharp and him not respond, and you're not that out, but you are that out. But Serpy not respond to Anthony. Serpy, I don't know nobody comparing to Shannon Sharp. That's a Hall of Fame football player and future Emmy winning publicist and the #1 podcaster in podcast land. Man, them things you know. You can't get no traction after them things. You need to record them things and put it on Apple, iTunes, and Spotify. You don't just stop at YouTube, man. Put your thing them out there on the audio medium too, man.
I agree with you.
Please.
I think you always say that, yeah, man. So we're gonna work on that. But I want to, yeah, man.
In the meantime, we're not hearing nobody a call, so we just go and just call the show. Don't sit down in there and call the show. We don't have electricity, No, we know. I don't have electricity. Let me tell you how electricity. I'm going to friend them charge up his phone, man, and put data up on it and make sure look good. Big up on yourself. Love on you.
All right, good as boss. Yeah,
make
man.
Sure say, before me run, my part in the word is I'm not showing any shade, but make sure say like man. Don't make no farmer student if management not take no money. You don't give to nobody. You don't can't go to the bank and can't go give principal down high school. You don't give to nobody out the road. That me I tell you because some people up on them platform will collect it and you believe they go away to go on it, go in the impact it and then eat food with it. You be careful. That's all me I tell you. Now it's dangerous time after these disasters. People are thinking about their belly and their pocket. So be careful when you're not down here, so we're not down here. Please don't tell. Pick up on yourself.
All right. Blessings God as boss. Yeah. All right. So I think so. Let's so let's get back. Mr. E, big up yourself. We always raise that. We had American pit bulls and things, but dogs very expensive, so we had to change and all of those things. But if you want a puppy, we can help you with a puppy. We don't go sell you, man. When we have a litter, we can, depending on where you are, we can make you get a puppy. You understand me? Yeah. Bull mastiff. We can make you get a puppy, man. Don't worry yourself, Mr. E. All right. So, all right. So let's get back. Listen, there must be press releases. One of the issues. So let me talk about Peter, because Peter, you responded saying that what you cannot wait until you have a coach to release that this is the coach. One of the issues I think that has plagued the football is the lack of communication. To keep engaging your stakeholder, you give them information. You should control the narrative. Nothing is wrong if the federation says we have several persons who have applied. We want you to know that we closed the window for application on this time of the month. That is how a highly effective and efficient organization should opt to operate. No, you don't have to do it, but I believe it sets a good precedence in terms of how the people feel engaged with the public, especially an organization that requires larger public support for them to have real success. All right, so you do that. So you do that. You put out something, and then you have, listen, and you can say that we're gonna have a short list. No, I am saying when you get to that short list, you don't have to call names. You can say you have short list, and you have a mixture of persons who have coached at the highest level, who have coached national teams, who are from different continents. You put out your short list. But now, I don't think the technical committee is not able to make a good decision. I think, though, getting input would benefit them in the decision that they make. So that is why I am saying that you should have, when you have that short list, a couple of your senior players who you can say, for example, listen, Mr. Captain or Mr. Vice Captain or Mr. Co-Captain or Mr. Man from here, Mr. Man from here. We have a short list of coaches, and we're looking at hiring one of these 5 persons or one of these 3 persons, right? And we want you to know that. Do you have anything that you'd like to say, would like to share concerning this? No, they can say, hey man, sounds like good name, and you leave it at that. What it does is, because people want to feel like they're a part of the process, even though they don't make the decision. That's what I am asking. You have a general manager who is going to now be responsible for managing the decision that you have made. So you want to say to him, listen, here are the names, like, what is your thought? You understand me? And you're not asking for thought on a technical level, because that is in the hand of the technical committee. But from a managerial level, do you have any information, given what you would have seen or experienced with the team, that you believe this person would, or this person, and they give their input, and you get all that information, right? You can call it joke argument, because you are talking about your club. You think of your club this, you think of Mullines this, you think of Mullines this, you think of Mullines, you think of Mullines this, when you can just arbitrarily hire anybody when you want. This is a national program. They think about what kind of joke argument. Company program is going to beat you about a joke argument. Let me send the link, come give you. Right, about joke argument. Your company program, hey, bomb sport. Nobody ramp with me. Let me send this, come give you bomb sport. Right? What's the mad? Where am I? Let me give you this. Company program is going to beat you about joke argument. Company program, I don't know how I text you. How I text you. Right, let me send this, come give you. I want your company program beat you about a joke argument. The problem we believe is that we don't believe we owe people anything. We don't believe that we owe people anything to tell them anything. We believe that because we are in charge, we're supposed to do what we are do, and people are supposed to take what them get. That's how we believe. That is the problem. Come on the program and we beat you. Come on the program. Come and talk on the program. But joke argument. A lot of us in our authority believe that we are the boss, and we are the leader, and on the tech one get. And this man here, wanna know about this, wanna know about that. We always have that argument in Jamaica. You, Mr. Bam Sport, oh, you are one of them, you know. You are one of them. Come on the program, I can get to beat you with the leather belt. I be chatting nonsense. Oh, I want to the whistle here. Let me turn on the stopwatch and end the match when you start talking nonsense. You hear? You Bam Sport. Where they? Where they? Hurry up and forward on the program. When the players to them club, are they consulted before a decision is made? You think this is a club? You think this is a club? Oh, you mean? Oh, you mean? I know clubs. Arsenal met with senior players when they were hiring coaches. We are content about. There are clubs who do it. You think clubs don't talk to Messi sometimes and Ronaldo? We are talking about international football. You think at them prime, them can just say this and that without boy, if them are in a situation like this. Come on. Hold on there. Come in there. Wait, hold on there. Peter, I don't know. Peter trying to call him. Let me see if we can call him back. The problem we have is that we still fail to understand that communication is key, boss. We need to communicate. Come defend yourself. Let me call back Peter. I want you to challenge me on this. You need to go to the government and say, listen, we have these options and we just want you to know that this is what we're deciding. You're letting the people know so the government feel like they're a part of it. They are not making the decision for you. They not have nothing in the decision. But you have to inform your key stakeholders because they are the ones who are going to put real resources in there for do it. We are talking about Peter. Your time.
Yeah, greetings, Mannings. You know what the problem I have?
Yeah.
I think the problem I have is, I watch a lot of these platforms, and sometimes it gets to me with the misinformation on some of these platforms and how people like run with things. And I realize that a lot of people on these platforms, the bloggers, some of the bloggers and some of the viewers, you remember one time you remember when this last Copa squad was supposed to be released?
Yes.
You remember the uproar or everybody asked, warm to the squad, warm to the squad, warm to the squad. Oh, okay. You remember what you said? You said that, do we want the squad to really see who's in the squad, or do we want the squad so we can start pass about the squad? I feel like it's the same thing with this coaching thing. You see, I personally feel like if I was a GM, I wouldn't come out and say a damn thing until the coach is selected, because I hate the passa. Because if you come out and you say, well, we have 10 pedigree coaches, and like yesterday, T-Gat was trying to draw you out and say, do we have a coach that is take a team to the World Cup and go through the group stages and all that stuff? So that when a coach is chosen, somebody can come back and say, you see, they will have a coach who qualified and was this and was that, and now look who them choose. Not taking into consideration, because we think with our emotions so much that yes, we might have some pedigree coaches, but the negotiation may not go our way for us to hire those coaches. Because number one, you have money, and you have other factors that these coaches are going to demand. And maybe the GFF cannot meet all those demands. So maybe the GFF might have to go to them second or them third choice. But then if a man did hear about this now, they might say, boy, you see, the GFF don't want to win, the GFF don't want to do this. And it's a whole passa. So me personally, if I was a GFF, me wouldn't say that damn thing, wouldn't release no press release.
So in other words, your position is when it comes on to the national football, the Jamaica Football Federation, in the decisions that they are making, should not say nothing to the public until they have made their decision. And the people, their players, nobody except if it's a technical committee or the gen set, they make their decisions. And when they make the decision, that's when they talk to people. That is how they're supposed to operate. There should never be any consultation with people.
No, well, no.
So what are the things? Hold on. No. Let me ask a question now. So if there is consultation, what matter should they consult their stakeholders on?
No, but we the fans, are not going to make or help make that decision for the JFF.
So but my point is, you and I know that we don't have we don't help to select, but we are now being educated on the selection process, and we are being told how the stage of the process. What you and Brian are telling me is that is wrong, and people should people should not be spoken to. But that's what I'm saying. I'm saying to the players that listen, here are the 5 coaches that we, the technical committee, are going to select from. You are saying that is wrong. They should not talk to the players. Because the players are not saying that they want to be in it, The GFF is saying
so the players are the fans.
I said players. I said like the general manager, because the general manager will have to manage the decision. But that's what I am saying. I said the government, the Minister of Sport, because they are going to be involved in it. So to say to them, here are the names. We had 30 names, and these are the names that we have come down to. And from this list, we are going to select a coach. That's what you're saying to them. Me not talk about fans. At no point did I say fans.
All right. Well, all right. I take it back then, man. Well, listen. I don't believe there should be a press release anyway, right? Because of what I said before. But if the GFF wants to talk to the players to get the players' input, I think that's fine. I have no problems with that.
Okay, then Peter, listen, Peter.
No, but you say a press release, when you release a press release, it's to the general public.
Yeah, but a press release, right? No, I am saying that part of that is also a press release, because remember now, the names it has already been said, whether it is rumors or lies, that there are several persons who have applied. All right? For you to say several persons have applied and will be doing a short list, right, by X time, right? I am saying that will get rid of some of the chatter. I think what happens many times in these spaces is because nothing is said, the people believe all kind of nonsense. All right? No, you see, Mr. Speed is in the comment section. Here, there are top coaches who do not want the GFF to reveal their names as they are currently employed. But I did not ask for their names to be revealed to the public.
Mornings, man. Good afternoon. Can you invite me on the show? And you haven't even acknowledged my presence.
Sorry. But
good afternoon, sir.
We had a caller online. My apologies. We want to invite again to the platform the very highly esteemed new vlogger that has taken over social media, in particular YouTube and TikTok, like Beryl, not like Storm, but like Hurricane, matching up with the likes of ESPN and Talk Sport, none other than BAM Sports TV. Welcome.
Man's man. Yeah. Good afternoon to you, and good afternoon to the persons in the comments.
Peter is online.
Yeah, Peter. Good afternoon, Peter. Peter Mystic, that right?
Greetings.
Greetings, yes. Yes, a man's man, because I don't have long to stay on this topic. Well, let me just say this fast. So, what you're suggesting, a joke argument, that brother. The JFF, if the JFF, brother, the JFF don't have to speak to no player, them don't have to speak to the government, them don't speak to nobody more than the people who are involved in the decision-making process. I agree with you that the general manager might be involved in that process, but me I said them don't need to talk to the player and get them opinion and them feedback. If you are saying, based on your premise, you are saying that the players' feelings or opinions don't influence the decision. So me I say, in that case, me I think it's relevant. And as a matter of fact, and like Mr. Speed said, which is what I agree with, a lot of times people apply for job, and them have other jobs that they are at, and if them don't get this job, they wouldn't want that to be made public to jeopardize them position that they are currently in. Now, even although you was based on how much the JFF operate, the less people know information, the better it is. Because automatically after for the bat, one whole heap of name a circle around the place. And I'm quite sure some of those people are employed in other places, they have them job or whatever. And sometimes just the rumor himself may put that.
Let me ask you a question. Because I just want to ask a question. So I need to get what you guys are saying. So when a national federation is going to appoint a coach.
All right, hold on, let me stop it before you finish that. Let me stop you and make a point. Let me ask a question.
But me ask you a question.
Yeah, man, you have to answer your question.
But me not ask a question yet. You interrupt me, and then you're going to tell me, say, you interrupt the question, and I'm going to ask you. Because you want to ask me a question.
All right, go on. Yeah. I'm going to answer your question first, and then we're going to ask you a question after.
So, I want to be clear as to what you are saying to me.
Yes.
You are saying, at no point can a national federation talk to a group of leaders in their national team, engage their Ministry of Sport about where they are in their process of selecting a national coach. The only time they should be aware of that information, right, is when they have appointed the coach, they come out publicly and everybody get the information at the same time. Is that what I want to know, if that is what you're saying? If not, explain to me what you're saying.
I am saying that them can or they may inform or talk to those persons, but I'm saying they don't must. And based on how the JFF is,
you don't have to.
Hold on, money. Based on how the JFF is, and based on how we see information, always find some way out. And how complex the situation is, I would prefer for them not to.
All right.
Also, I'm going to ask you a question now.
What money?
The government.
Go ahead.
The government is the leader of the country, right? Our government.
I'm talking about the Ministry of Sports in specific.
No, man, just to me. The government is the leader of our country.
The government, yes. The government, yes.
Yeah, like the ruling party. Next to that, or you could say above that, or whatever, the next most important arm of government, you would say, would be the cabinet, right?
Yes.
In terms of decision making and controlling ministries and stuff. The people of Jamaica, all of us, we elect the government. Does the government come to us and tell us when they are going to appoint the cabinet ministers or ask the opinion of the people how they feel about the cabinet minister?
Listen.
The cabinet
let me answer you, man. You ask the question, but you don't want me to answer.
No, I'm not finished. I'm saying.
Let me answer the part of the question. Let me answer that.
When the government is going to appoint the cabinet, do they come to the public and ask us how we feel about it?
All right. So let me say this to you.
Yeah.
There is an electoral process that gets people into the parliament.
Yes.
All right. From there, the Constitution, it is clear. The names that come up, and it has happened before, where persons have been put in position in the cabinet, and there's the executive committee vote on it or decide if the person should be. So there is a stakeholder group that is in on the decision. It's not something that is for the prime minister alone. I am saying that there have been times already where the public is consulted on stuff for specific things. I am saying to you, what I am saying is that the JFF don't have to do it. The JFF can say, listen, we're not talking to nobody. We're not talking to no sponsor, no government, no player, no manager, no staff. The technical committee, the technical chairman will find a coach, and this coach is a coach. And that done. They can do that. They would not be wrong to do that. They can. I am not saying they can't do that. I am saying
because communication and transparency has been an issue with the football, one of the things we should look to do is to seek and advise. So listen, you can say, you must have players that you can say, listen, we are going to choose one of these 5 persons. So we thought we'd let you know, right? And the player may say, listen, 5 good names. Are 5 good? If you feel like it is going to be leaked, then we have. If it is that we're saying that we cannot share no information because any information that is shared in the football is leaked. That is crazy.
Man is man.
Like,
Man is man.
yeah.
What if when the JFF go to the players and say, we have them 5 names here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All of them come from, let's say, South America. Yeah. And the players them say, oh, we don't want a South American coach. Oh, yeah, we don't want a South American coach. The last coach that ever come from South America, he's never good. We don't, them money not good. We don't want a South American coach. And hold on the money, hold on. And them feel that way about, hold on. The players them feel that way. Them say they don't want a South American coach. And them say, yo, go look at a coach from Europe or from North America or somewhere. What if that is the players them feeling about it? As the person who go to them, hold on. As the person who go to them and ask them their opinion.
What happened is that you don't realize it, that you ask 4 questions. But then we only most time answer the last one.
All right, cool. Go ahead.
All right?
Yeah.
All I'm saying is this. When I go to the players, say I go to I have a team and I say to them, listen, I have these 2 persons that are going to, I'm thinking about coaching the team. All right?
Mm-hmm.
And because my thing is that your participation doesn't mean that you're part of the selection. We believe by talking to the players, we're talking to a stakeholder. We are saying that you are going to help us to make the choice. I may already have made a choice in my head, but I'm saying for the buy-in, it's called the law of buy-in. If you read John Maxwell's book, to get people to buy into something, sometimes that is what you have to do. Because
what
people don't
buy
care.
in?
Let me finish. People don't care. Listen, so if you don't buy in, it don't mean that I'm going to change my decision. Because whether I tell you or not, you may not buy in. Even if I don't tell you, you may not buy in.
So what? All right. So I'm trying to figure out now. So if you are saying that the people,
me not mix up the players and the fans. No, this
no,
is not
man, a players. Them a talk about, man.
No, but it's a press release earlier. That's why I called in.
No, the press release. The press release is for people to know what I believe. Like press releases help people to know where the process is at. All right, I want to give you a good example. If you go back to the press,
I got you. You're saying the specific names, the players, share that with the players.
That's what you're saying. When you already
specific names,
when you already have your short list, and from that short list, the technical committee may have already, chosen the name, but you just want to say, listen, this is where we're going. This is the short list. Basically, you're saying to your players, get prepared. No, you know that is going to probably be leaked. But what I'm saying, to not say anything to them, don't mean that when they hear the name, they're going to buy in anyways. Because it may not matter to them because they want to play in the World Cup. But I'm saying that because I want them to feel like, whoa, they consulted me. Even if you're not taking their opinion, the fact that you say, Peter, you know that I'm thinking about buying a car. You think I should buy it? Me already paid on the car, But me just want you know, say, me respect your opinion still.
But man, let me say is what I'm struggling to understand is you're saying that whether or not them have a positive feedback from the players or not much. I don't want to single the players, but the stakeholders, government, ministry of sports, whatever. You're saying whether or not them have a positive feedback. Ultimately, JFF is or should go ahead and make them decision based on what they think is right.
Yes.
Yeah, but I'm saying, what's the purpose of asking someone their opinion if it is not going to have an impact on a decision? I feel like it's a tricky thing, that brother.
No, boss. You think half of the time when you have board meeting and people ask the people who attend the board meeting, them business about your opinion, but they want you to believe that you're part of it. Them already make the decision already. When they have the annual general meeting and them like for credit unions and those things, and them invite everybody.
Who is a
Right?
member? Who is a member? Yeah.
Yeah, you think so when time you come up and say, listen, me want mirror in the bathroom and thing. You think like them say, all right, you're gonna put mirror in the bathroom. Them probably say, listen, we are thinking about upgrading the bathroom and stuff. And when they say you want mirror in there, and them say yes, it's because they decided it. But here's what they want to do: they want you as a member to believe that you're part of the decision. That because that makes you stay loyal. Because even if you don't agree with it, here's what I say, boy, at least them they tell me.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that concept. But I understand it. But me not agree with it still. But me understand it. But me not agree with it.
Let me ask you a question, man. When let's pick out any team in the Premier League, right? Let's say they're hiring a coach. Do they go to their players?
Some teams, I am saying some teams do that. Some teams do that.
Okay, but not in the sense that the players help pick the coach, right? Not in that sense. Just to inform the players that they. I mean, I don't, I until the GFF make a decision, I don't think it's necessary to even go to the players until the decision is made, and then the players can know before they release it that this is the new coach.
All right, because remember now. So let me work with AM Henry and also with TikTok.
Man is one more run.
All right, walk. Big up Bam Sport, but joke argument. Go on with your joke self. Run. Big up yourself. All right. So what I'm saying is that, and they are right, the technical committee don't make the decision really. But do you know? All right. No, I'm not refining my argument. The technical committee say, here are the coaches. Is the coach that we want? What if the board says we don't want that coach? The technical committee goes back. All right. And find the next one. The board said we don't want that one. Do they keep going back? Or so we don't. Remember, say that is also a part of the process. I am saying in the same way, if they say, listen, you are the skipper, you're the whatever, you are the, because you're not talking about all the players. I am saying that you know who your influential stakeholders are, the most influential, maybe a general manager. That's what I'm saying. I'm just calling him. Maybe the general manager may be instrumental, or you may have 2 or 3 players that are very instrumental. You know that they are committed to the cause. You know that they are not here to object to things, but they want to feel a part of it. Because you and I know, Peter, I run an organization, all right? And sometimes as a leader, I already decide that this is what is going to happen. Now, if I just go and say, this is what I'm going to do, 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 I can tell you this, I'm going to lose support, because people will always believe that all you do, you make the decisions. You don't involve us in it. Even in a marriage, when a husband sometimes he's going to make a decision, he says to his wife, dear, honey, babes, you know that I'm thinking about this. What do you think? He already knows that at the end, it's probably going to be done. So he's not asking his wife to make the decision. He's making her feel like she's part of the decision. That's all I'm saying.
My wife always said to me, why you bother ask me? I know you already made your decision. Martins, remember that you said the GFF. All right, you remember you said the very bad press and exposure that the GFF got over the Leon Bailey. You so much problems that. No, listen. You see how much problems that caused on the coach, on the team, on the GFF, right? Because of the Leon Bailey suspension. You remember that the coach said it is better to have 1,000 enemies outside the tent than have one inside. And you know that he was referring to the leak of the Leon Bailey suspension. Let's roll this back. Let's say that leak never happened. You know how much smoothly things would have gone? All this boopla, halabaloo, and passa and the whole Leon Bailey saga, and Leon get mad and go to interview and all this shit. Probably would not have happened enough. It's because somebody leaked that information. In in what should be a confidential locker room conversation. So I am thinking the same way. If I'm the GFF, right? I'm the GFF. I am not even going to divulge that to the players, because the next thing, a man information is going to be leaked.
But there are persons,
right?
there are persons. All right. So, you're saying that not the players, but do you believe that there are persons that it would be important, or it would be good for them to at least have conversation with?
Well, I'm sure the GFF have a technical committee. It's not just Mr. Speed.
You know that I didn't. You see now. Remember, I have been saying the technical committee. I'm not talking about Mr. Speed. We're not going. We're not. No, man. This is not about.
That's what I'm saying. So the technical committee is in consultation about who the coach will be, and like you said, maybe the general manager is also involved in that process. And then and I hear you say something about the board. I have to go back and meet. Mr. Speed said that when they present their information to the board, they present 5 names in order of preference. And then the board will vote on who those recommendations are. So then don't have to keep going back to the technical committee. Technical committee will present that information to them in order of preference.
Okay.
So to me, the process is okay. I don't think there need to be a press release. I don't think the players need to know. Given what has transpired with even Leon Bailey saga, because if that information was not leaked, Leon Bailey probably would not even have done the damn interview. And so half the nation turned against him, including myself, right? When maybe things would have been different because of one leak. So to me, if I am the GFF, I am keeping all that close to my chest until it's time to release information of who is hired.
Here's what I'm saying.
You also have to remember too, Manning. You also have to remember, somebody say in the comment section, I think it's Drainer Weather, that what about the coaches who are unemployed or not employed? Those, you have to protect those as well, because if they're unemployed, the GFF might not be the only place they're seeking employment. They could have several applications out there, right? They still would not want their information let go by the GFF because their other prospective employer would see that information. You understand? So you have to protect everybody. And the people that you need to protect most, when I say everybody, I mean the coaches, whether they're employed or not, are the coaches themselves who has applied.
I keep on saying this. I don't, at no point did I say that consulting people is allowing them the privilege of giving consent concerning this election. What I am saying is that when you're going to make key decisions, it is always good that you have persons outside of that grouping that you can talk to, so that you can, it says, you can get collective advice, but you are ultimately making the decision. That's what I am saying. I am saying that I believe that one group of persons that could be considered in that is not all of your players, but a particular grouping. Maybe in this group, none of us believe that there are any player of that character that would. Maybe people believe that in this present team, they don't believe like no one in this team is of the character that the JFF could say, listen, here are some names that we already shortlist, and from this, one of these persons will be the coach. All right, so we just want you to know that we're really looking out for your interests, and we know that you'll be happy when this person come on. What we are saying is that our players are not like that. If they go to these players and talk to these players, all of these players in the team, they are going to immediately go to the press, because we have had some bad experience with one player. So every other player in the team is just like that. So if the JFF talk to any one of them going to reveal. Because if a man have one car accident, if he stop drive car, because if one car crash, every other car must go be in an accident. Life is not like that.
Imagine this scenario, Mannings. Imagine Paul Hall, who has just left his job at Queen's Park Rangers, right? Imagine that he applied for the JFF position, but he also applied to another federation.
Yes.
and the JFF came to the player. They narrow it down to 5 people, including
Yes.
Paul Hall.
Yeah.
And they claim to the players and say, okay, these are the 5 people that we're considering, right? And then Paul Hall information get leaked. And Paul Hall does not get the job with the JFF, right? Somebody else is chosen. It may jeopardize Paul Hall's application to the other federation that he applied to. This is why I don't think it's a good idea.
So
Because you know there's a saying, man, and I know you like quote. There's a saying, if more than one person know, it's no longer a secret.
But so all right. If I'm going to go by what you guys have been saying, that the JFF, because this one of the statement that was made earlier, that the information get leaked from the JFF. All right. So if you don't tell players or you don't tell whomever, it doesn't prevent information from leaking.
Correct.
Okay. So not talking to one person doesn't mean that the information is secure and will not be leaked, just based on the argument. All right. So we still stand open to the information leaking. What I would say, when you put yourself in a position like this, you must also understand that the information, no matter whether you're in Jamaica or in Europe, when coaches are applying for a job overseas, even in clubs, a lot of times the Fabrizio Romano leak information. And you wonder how them money know this about transfer and all that, which could jeopardize the situation. We have seen it over and over and over again. All right. So the point I am making is simply this, is that not talking to one group don't mean that it will not be leaked from the group that has the information.
Yeah, but I however think that the JFF, if they can mitigate or that happening, because the more people you talk to, the more chance of it being leaked, then I think the JFF should keep it close as possible to their chest.
I agree, but what we should do is try and find the leaker. Because maybe one of the person maybe the person who you believe should be keeping it close to their chest is the one who is actually leaking the information.
Well, there are times, when a leak is deliberate for other reasons. So then again, that you're going on a whole other conversation there, so you know what I mean? But
yeah, because I went as far as saying that. What I'm saying, all right, is this. All right, you can say, listen, and this is what I'm saying. You are going to recommend 5 names, right, to the board, for the board to make the selection. I can say to the players, listen, we have a selection of coaches, and I said this also. If you feel like calling names could expose the coaches, fine. We have coaches who have coached in the Premier League, coaches who have coached in South America, in Europe, qualified teams for the World Cup. And we have a short list and we'll give you the information. What I'm saying, that sort of engagement, I believe, is important. And you can say, well, we're not going to give players the names, but at some point the names are going to be discussed. And you have to have safeguards to protect those names. But coaches must know that when it comes to leaking information, until you find out who the leaker is, the people you're keeping the information from could possibly not be the leakers. But we have the speedy one who come on to beat me, because and say me a joker, So Peter, you need to go. Yeah. You need to go and listen.
You drop off.
Yeah. You have to listen.
Drop off.
You have to go listen. You have to go be this man lawyer, because yesterday you come and say you're going to be Peter Bagjuice, me attorney. You understand me? But me go hire.
So say he got to draw you out, I realize it.
Yeah. But maybe you can be the attorney for Mr. Speed, because he's here with us to kind of explain.
Speed is a smart man who can defend himself. Greetings, Mr. Speed. I'll drop off.
Yeah, man, respect.
So Mr. Speed is a smart man who can defend himself, but you want to be my lawyer. So you're suggesting
you were getting ready to answer Tiga.
So you're suggesting that I am not smart. So I need defense.
No, but
you're brilliant. You're brilliant.
All right, Rachel, later.
All right, cool. Best up, Peter.
So first, man, before you ask me a question, I want to clear up something. I
Clear.
never told a reporter that I wanted a modern coach.
Huh?
I never told a reporter that I wanted a modern coach.
Oh, you never told it?
No. If you notice, the reporter put it in inverted comma. That means he's interpreting what I'm saying to be a modern coach. I never said that.
Oh, I see. He put it. Oh, so he's saying that he
put it in inverted comma. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And because the argument went a particular way where he was suggesting that we need the coach and the players in a camp before the next match in a September, and I was explaining to him, so no, the world don't operate like that anymore. You can only get the players in FIFA windows. So whatever happens, you're going to have a limited time to with the players before the next game. But what you have to do is to use there are like Y-Scout and a lot of these platforms that you can use to get information on the player, everything about them. You know, if you're a coach serious about studying what players' habits are and what their performances will be like, there's a lot of information out where you can get it off different platforms. So that was what I was explaining to him, and him put the modern quote unquote thing there, and then everybody started to
run with it. Okay. Yeah. I
but
see.
But in fairness to him, he put it in an exclamation. You know what he had the
yeah, but you and I know that the average reader is not looking whether it's a quote or, like I said, exclamation. What they're saying is that he's talking to Mr. Speed, and this is what Mr. Speed is saying. Now that you have said that, now I think other people will go. And the reporter must also, in a bid to protect your integrity in the discussion, must deal with the article better than that as well. Because
I think so. It was really out time depth. I really don't even know. It was really out time depth, because the things they was suggesting to me, I'm saying, no, the world don't stay so anymore. That can't happen. That, you know, it was really out time depth. But a lot of people are.
All right. Coach, Chris Lennox is saying that you need to talk. So said to management. So isn't it this way? The technical committee is a recommending committee. So you will have coaches and and it is recommended to the board.
Yeah, the technical committee is an advisory committee.
Advisor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Answerable only to the board, nobody else.
So the board is who makes the decision. But you would give them, you'll give them, like, I think I was suggesting that, what if they don't want this one and they come back to you? But you give them a list.
No. What we do, we never give them less than 3 coaches. And we rank them based on our findings. So this is number 1, number 2, and number 3. And they decide which one they choose. But when they're deciding, it could be a myriad of factors. Sometimes we give it to the secretary at that point, the CEO, and say, listen, this is the list that we have. But suppose him and them can't agree on terms. Okay, we could choose this one and say, this one we want, you know. But the person want an arm and a leg, which we don't have. Then that's
so the technical committee don't get involved in the terms of the coach. It is the board that does that.
No, incidentally, a lot of the times I do a lot of, after the board would have chosen, say yes, then I would go back and do some negotiation, because I have that skill as a negotiator to negotiate, you know, terms.
I see.
Merely from a point of view of what our plans are in terms of what we want to achieve technically, which would I say, well, yeah, we want these involved, you know, the contractor said technically we want these, you know, and then from the money side, the finance people would say, well, we have a budget at this, so we know what the money we're working with. So some of the time I would be the one who actually go back and negotiate the money with the person, but the board again has to sign off on the amount of pay the person would get. It can't, and it can't be
all right. So the technical committee presents to the board 5 names. The board says this
but
one.
We'll rank them, do you know? We'll rank
man. So they said, all right, we based on this, we think we're gonna work with number 2 in the ranking. One being the highest, 5 being the lowest, number 2. So they send that to the board. So you negotiate now, and you say
no. When we send 1 to 5 to the board, that we'd prefer 1.
Okay. So the board says, all right, yeah, let's go with 1. That comes back to the technical committee, who is supposed to now negotiate.
No. When the board accept the list and say we prefer 1, and then there's 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, the board will say, okay, me all right to the list. Or they might say, don't consider 4 none at all.
Oh, I see what you mean. And then the technical committee now would then say, oh, let's talk to 1 because 1 would have been their preferred choice in the first place.
Yeah.
And the board basically confirmed it.
Yeah.
And so the negotiation starts.
But there's other factors now that can come in why 1 not get it.
Which is what like I said, the technical expectation and the finances.
And the financing, yeah.
All right. So when that doesn't happen, does it go back to the board?
No, because they would have approved the list already. So we got to 2 now.
I see. Oh, okay. So you go to number 2, and if you still can't come to a reasonable contract arrangement, then you can also go to 3.
Yes. But a lot of times, what might happen, somebody else might come up, and then we'll have to go back to the board and say, we get that 1 no work out, but we have our next something else happen. Can we look at this again? So it fluid some of the time, but some of the time it's straightforward. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So in terms of like key requirements, are those like for a senior head coach? Are those like things that are public or they can't be public? Like what? Like here are the key things. Our national men's senior coach must be able to must be bomb. Do people know? Because before a man, because I could send in an application, except we know that you must have either a UF, a CONCACAF A license or the equivalent or higher. Are there any other clear things that people know? That these are the minimum expectation.
Well,
from the
technical committee, if it's such a job, definitely the senior top job, you must have at least an A license. It don't have to be from CONCACAF. It could be from UEFA, down South America. It don't necessarily have to be a license from CONCACAF, but you have to have an A license, right? And then yes, we would have prefer if you coach a national team before. We would have prefer if you go to the World Cup before. So all of these preferences are listed, yes. So of course, so go to a World Cup, coach a team in a World Cup, go through the process. Coach a national team, not just trying to, well, that is one. If you had success, we look at what your success is as a coach. And so these are things that is at the top. So you just said the top 3 would be the qualification, your experiences, and preferably a national team coach.
Okay. What about age?
And the successes where you have. And also we look at longevity, because I've seen coach who said they want a job and they not stay more than 4 months at a job. You have to start to be concerned about those things. So those are the type of things I will look at.
Age a factor, or is there an age limit?
No. I am so the thing about the modern coaching, I'm not concerned about age. I'm concerned about what the person used to get the job done. Age is not a problem. I am old myself, but the thing is that what do you have young ideas? Do you have ideas that work in this? No. That's what we look for.
Okay. All right. So we are having a discussion earlier about, just not in the selection, but in the consulting to make people feel a part. Is there any under any circumstance a technical committee feel a need that, well, we could talk to this person to just make them feel involved in the process, or that is absolutely not necessary because the technical committee in and of itself covers all the departments within the football already? How does it work?
No, man. We take advice from people who we know can give advice. So there's a lot of people all over the world that we're in contact with and ask them for recommendations. So it's not a case of we're trying to pretend that we know everything. So we ask for information. Of course, I don't want to give it away, so I won't say it, but there is a profile of a person, of a coach that we want. We have a profile of a coach that we want in terms of where they are from, the style that they are used to, how disciplined the country is in terms of that, because we have some issues with discipline some of the time. Persons who so there is indeed a secondary profile. I mean, I've told you some of the characteristics that we like the coach to have, but we also have a profile of what we're looking for. So we would have spoken to people that that have very good knowledge of world football from the different continents, and ask them to send recommendation, and they have been doing it.
Yeah. All right. So as somebody said, DW says, should we look at the coach who can leave a legacy? Manning, tell Speed to call Clarence. I think that is Thierry Henry. Jay Anyway says, so Manning, so Speed can say 1, Tata, that is Tata Martino, 2, Gallardo, 3, Pochettino, 4, Hall, and 5, Kohli. And the board can say it's 5 because he's the chief.
Anyway, I think he may try shade me earlier. So Joe anyway that and talk about the 6.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, so I get 6 from Cincinnati in a 2 games. Remember, say maybe a 5 in a 1 game. So that's what. Come back to sense now.
Chris Lennox is saying, because I think this is where the rest of I'm talking nonsense. He says, what about players? Do you include any player at any level in your national team? Once you have your short list, like to listen, just want you to know this is where we're going, and the board is going to decide on this. So we'll have a coach, blah blah blah. Or you don't engage them in the process any at all?
No, we haven't.
Or it's not advisable?
We haven't. And
okay.
One of the problems that you have to solve, how do you make a coach how do you make a player believe say him pick the coach? You think you still have that type of player coach relationship if the player is a part of pick it of say, boy, this is my preference. So when the coach come down, the player say, say me, agree, say I should have you. I mean, how you get the right player coach relationship after that? I don't think it works. I've seen in the local football where coach management fire coach, player say no, coach can't go. Then care about the coach, and management have to fire them within about 10 matches after that, because after a while the player say, why me I go run do 100% when I'm me give you a job? So I don't believe that dynamic work yet. In Jamaica, I don't think we're professional enough. So I don't think I'll be going on that route.
Okay, all right. So it would not be advisable. It would not be advisable to include the players.
No, not yet. The other thing to say, the under 17 game not playing bars. The other thing to say, is I try to find the right word to say it. In a football, most of the time is head hunting. Or for any, and not just football. In every top job that people get, CEOs is really head hunting. People actually, even although they know the vacancy exists, the person who get that job is not actually somebody who they send out applications for top jobs. Usually top jobs is head hunting. So people know who they want and they go after them in secrecy most of the time. So when you hear the big CEO run and move from one company to the next, is people decide that a man them want and go after him. And usually you get better persons like that.
So really and truly understand the idea of head hunting is that you know who you want.
Yeah.
So that is why I am saying that because you already have the decision, when you engage certain stakeholders, it's not for them to guide the selection process. It's just
they have the competence to guide it either?
Well, yeah.
Do they have the competence to guide it?
Yeah.
Right.
All right. So it says, I'll get this. It says let me read this. It says, in the process of hiring a coach for TNT in an attempt to qualify for the 2006 World Cup, the first choice was to put to the players, and one of the players playing in England had some experience with him that was considered racist, not to mention he was not hired, and Leo was. So I suggest that is saying that maybe it's not a good thing to engage players, because no players may, select, like I said, select a friend.
No, but they want to start employ. So if you want to start employ, the whole hierarchy turn back way if I play, I decide who coach a team. And I know some people believe they build from the ground up, but that's, all of the successful coaches that I know that, they are just iron fist, my way or the highway type of thing, and them very successful. So it's very few of them work the other way and successful. So to me, that dynamic's just bad if the player decide who the coach is.
Okay.
Bad,
all right. How soon? I mean, the next set of games are in what? In early September, the 6th of September, I believe. I mean,
5th.
How advanced is the process? And I mean, should the people, it's really, we are in July now, which means it's really the month of August that is left. And I mean, the whole process is lengthy. So how?
No, management. The process is not lengthy. For the rest of this week, I will be getting applications for the rest of this week.
Sorry.
So for the rest of this week, we will be getting applications, and trust me, we're getting a lot. We probably have 30 or more names to look at. The technical committee will meet. We'll go through the 30 names and we'll decide.
30 names?
At least.
No. All right. So, is it that people just apply because it is Jamaica and they just feel like anyone can apply? Or all of these 30 names meet your basic?
I think when you go through all of the fluff, people realize that the product is not as bad as people want to be. This is, I'll tell you a thing, one of my judge at anything is what private sector do and what people want to work. Is if you say people want to work for you, you're not that bad as people making out of it. If private sector support you, you're not as bad, because private sector spend their money where they want to go. They buy the best things. So if they invest in you, it means, or them buy your product, it means your product not bad. And if people want to work with you, then your product probably not so bad, contrary to what anybody said, because we can't say anything that we want to say.
All right, we have a call online, and then I have a very pertinent question. Spain 2, France 1. Caller, Sumar choice. None other than the mighty Miguel. What are you doing, man?
What's up, man? Good, man. Mr. Speed, afternoon to you, too.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, Mr. Speed, in terms of your coach selection, right? Just observing from the last game, I don't know if it's as a result of the result or or it's just a mixture of happenings within the team, but there seems to be a little gloom over the team. You don't see that vibes, that enthusiasm, and I would imagine that would have naturally been lost somewhat, with all the changes that have been happening, and the whole result from the Copa America and stuff. So my question is, how important is in choosing the next coach, not just by his knowledge of the game, but his ability to rejuvenate and to get back that sense of excitement, not just with the boys, which is very important also, but also with the fans. You understand me? Some level of enthusiasm, not just somebody who comes and just gets straight to business. How important is that aspect in your selection?
The most important aspect in my selection is somebody that is going to get us to the World Cup. That's not my job to talk about fans engagement. That's marketing. That's not anything to do with what we do. My ability is to get the best coach that's going to get the results and bring us to the next World Cup. That's the coach job. Number one job, number two job. A lot of time we kind of stretch too far and try to do everything But that's not in our case here. I'm in charge of technical. I'm gonna get the best technical coach who can bring us to the World Cup. As it relates to public relation and we have other people working on that side, so I can't comment on that side really.
I understand what you're saying, but I did speak to the boys also because, as you know, it's not just about skill where the players are concerned. It's about the heart and the dream and the optimism, and the coach has a lot to play where where that is concerned. So you don't care about that part of it.
No. I never said I'm looking for a coach that will get us to the World Cup. No, he will use different methods to get us there, and that is why that coach will be vetted and as much as we can by us and other experts to get us to the World Cup. So those are parts of getting us there. But my greatest concern is to get us there, not necessarily to be the one. This coach go give him responsibility to make sure that the fans happy. Yes, the fans will be happy because I'm winning, but the engagement part, I could never put that in our coaches thing. We have marketing.
Okay.
We have marketing company.
You're part of the selection.
Sorry.
You're part of the selection body for the coach, right?
I am the chairman of the technical committee. Yes.
Okay. All right, no problem. Let's stop more.
Yeah, man. All right. And Mr. Speed, one of the things I want to ask, I think Duklan. Oh, somebody was saying that the Trinidad example was a good thing. I hope he could have called in. But here's what I want to say. I have noticed this, right? I think since when Rene Simoes left, at one point, one of his assistants was the coach. So we have this thing where we have coaches coming in from Winifred Schaefer, and none of the assistants have like been able to like take over and manage our teams for any long period of time. Is part of the selection process finding a coach and part of his backroom staff, an assistant, that if for any reason a coach leaves, we have continuity with the program because the assistant coach, whomever that is competent to and have the influence over the team and the buying of all to continue in the job, because we haven't seen that. It's almost like when in recent times, both the coach and the assistant are out of the program, basically. And like we're starting the whole process over, especially I think now it's a little bit difficult because it's 2 years in basically the 3.5 year World Cup cycle. What do you have to say about that? Is there any way we're looking at, like, maybe this is something we should look at as part of this process? Whomever the assistant is going to be to this coach, he must be competent of the requisite license that he can take over. God forbid anything happens with the head coach and nothing really changes.
Right. So in this case, as the only person who have left is the head coach, so we still have the 2 assistant coaches there.
Okay.
But when we get the new coach, so look, it's 2 parts to the question. One of the part was that we always attach a local coach to these national teams for education purpose. Sometimes it's not necessarily for them to take over the role right now, because it's a process before they reach at that level.
Okay.
And it is easily judged. We can judge a player reaction to these appointments to see if the players would accept them. We think is that. So these things is not that we're not tracking it. We're tracking it. If we ever thought that the local coach could take over, we would have put them there. But at this particular time, we think we probably need a different solution. So we have to play it by ear. So if you notice, we had local coaching in the senior men, senior women team. We always have local coaches there. But if at any time we thought that they could take over the project, we would have put it there. So no, it's not the time. So
okay, so the purpose is not really so that they are there so they can take over. Is just also learning.
Yeah.
Okay.
To see else, right. So that is a double purpose.
Okay.
So
I
that
mean,
is what.
how difficult has it been, for the technical committee with I would say the sudden, and I know you're instrumental, and I think Coach Hal Grimson was also your pick. I mean, how difficult was that for you, seeing that this is someone that you like I said, you were instrumental in his hiring. I don't know if all coaches, but I think this is like as it relates to the male senior team, probably a first like
Yeah,
big
it
hire.
was definitely my first pick. I like that. A lot of
Yeah.
people seems to believe that I'm the one who pick all the coaches from football start playing Jamaica. This was really my first out and out pick. He lasted 2 years. And we have to give him some credit. When he came, the team was in free fall. We were at rank 67 in the world. When he left, it was 53. I'm not sure what the next ranking will be, but he left it at 53. So there's a lot of improvements, and there's a lot more players. We got some players from overseas, young Lembekisa, some good talent came in the team. So he did 2 years. That's if you know about average of coaches over the world, 2 years is a long time. Still, a lot of coaches don't last that long. The thing is that I don't know if it's an issue right now, because I think we are, based on the amount of interest that I'm getting interest from world-class players, not necessarily world-class coaches. So the interest is long, and the amount of interest now, I think we'll land a very good coach again. So people who are worried about where we're going, don't worry. I think
You said, I just want to make sure I don't want to be like the article in the newspaper. You said we land. You didn't say we will land. Like you said it like you have already done it. So I just want to clarify.
We will land.
Oh, we will. I just want to make sure the will is in it.
Yes, a very good coach. The thing about when the coach comes now, right? If he decides that he wants to change the his assistant, then that's another matter. Which I didn't finish that part of the answer when you asked me about the assistant coach. But we always will probably still say, listen, we need to have education, keep continuous education for our local coaches, but we give you one that you can take for yourself. So that could be the compromise that is worked out. So we'll definitely give the coach an assistant that he chooses, but we might still say, okay, listen, you need
okay, that's what you mean. So the coach get to choose one of his assistants, but the federation gives him an assistant that because it is for just development and coaching education. You want somebody to be okay.
And we had told the coach, he probably didn't forget that third.
Yes.
That third coach could be a rotational coach. You don't necessarily have to be the same person all the time. If you notice.
Oh.
So if you notice in certain instances, we had asked Altiman Butler to go with the coach. We had done that too. So by the truth is, that coach is supposed to rotate everybody who is a male coach in our system at some point, so they can see what is happening.
Okay. All right. I think we have Duklan online. He was trying to call earlier, but he's watching Spain about to knock out France in first half action in the Euros.
Duklan. Yeah, that would be bad.
That is it. Hey, big up Mannings.
Yeah, man,
big up Mr. Speed.
Big up yourself, General.
Yeah, man. Well, I'm not going to talk about what I wanted to talk about earlier.
Really?
Since Mr. Speed is on the line. Yeah, man.
Oh, you're afraid of it? You get cold feet? I can't believe this is a great
No,
man. Great ball and Steve, he get cold feet. You're a steady man.
No, not at all. We have more pressing issues. Mr. Speed is on the line, man. We have to talk about the coach and on what's going on with the Reggae Boys.
Okay.
Well, I put a question in the chat. I just want to understand the kind of profile that we are looking for in a coach. Having 2 years of, Mr. Hal Grimson, you probably would have, formed some opinions whether, you like what he's doing, you think you went down the right road or not. So, having all of that knowledge now, what kind of coach are we looking forward to get?
No, we are always trying to look for improvements, That's what we're all about in the JFF now. So we're trying to look for improvements. We would have seen, look here, both of us As somebody said to me the other day, him can't understand. We are Mr. Grimson pathways and both people happy. So maybe that's how divorce is supposed to be. Everybody must be happy, right? Both persons happy. I was most.
I wonder if that is external happiness or internal.
I don't know, but somebody put it that way and I had to agree.
Yeah.
But our job now is to get somebody who would probably think will take us where we want to go. So we're always trying to improve. So we're not here to tell the coach what his philosophy should be, but in the interviewing process, we will definitely bring it up to see what is going to happen. And probably run some scenarios. So we're getting better at also interviewing coaches to figure out what they are likely to do from what they are not likely to do. So with practice, so we're getting better to do. So those questions we'll put to the coach about, how they expect to get the job done. And then we'll see if we get the right answer.
Okay. Well, having seen, miss teams from Coach Al Grimson over the 2 years, I still believe that there are some critical things that were lacking, and the two I identified was that the ball handling skills, just passing, making 4 or 5 passes, that was still kind of lacking in the team up to Copa.
So Carla, may I explain something to you? You think that if you don't have the players who can do it, it's not easy to do it in a team, So we say it. So we look on Spain over these years because they're born doing it from them at 4 years of age. I
get that, Mr. Speed.
Okay.
No, man. What? No. There is a difference. We are ranked. Let's say Bolivia, for example. Bolivia was bouncing ball better than us. I see teams in the Caribbean. We played Dominica recently, and they were passing the ball. We lost to them, but they were passing the ball better than us. So I think
I agree with you that we should
attention to that.
No, I agree with you that every good team must be able to keep the ball. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying sometimes it's harder than you think to do because players are.
Yeah, but I can't believe it's a coach. I can't believe it's a player, Mr. Speed. There's no way these players can't pass the ball.
Let's put it this way, Mr. Speed, to help you to understand the context of Duklan. Duklan was not the biggest fan of the coach because he didn't like the style that the team was playing under the coach. The question is, were you satisfied? I think an unexpected phrase the question is, were you satisfied with how the team played under the present coach? And, in looking at a new coach, are you looking at how the team played to determine, like, this is how we're looking, we want to see a different look, and as we look for a new coach, will this new coach be able to give us good looks with the result? I don't know if that explains it, Duklan, or that wasn't where you're going.
No, Duklan, I agree.
We can work with that.
Right. I agree with everyone that we could have keep the ball. We must learn to keep the ball. Having 25%, 27%, 30% possession is not a no thing, That is what I was trying to say. It's not a no thing, We for the last 5 years.
I know.
Yeah, that's what we
true.
do. Yeah. So I'm saying it's 2 things why you pass the ball. The players them have to agree say them are going to do it. That one, all of them decide them are going to do it. And the other thing is that you have to probably create the environment for it to happen. But also, if you're not used to doing it, it's more difficult than we think. And that's all I was saying. But yeah, we have to try. Because no good team can play without keeping the ball.
Let me ask you this. Do you believe we possess in our team, our national team right now, the players that we have, the requisite ability to be able to possess the ball, Mr. Speed? And if so, why then, if we go back to Coach Theodore Whitmore, it has been a complaint of the fan base, or is it that the fans don't have good footballing eyes?
No, that's why I said it. This is not a no problem. Is a long time problem, years. I mean, probably 5-10 years. I don't even know. As far as I know, it was always we struggled to really possess the ball. And as I said before, it comes from how we grew up playing the game from a younger age. If you're not into it, you're just not into you. But Yes, we have to do better. That's all I was saying. I'm not criticizing Algrim. Algrim says the coach that I carry here and him do a job. But we have to do better. And but as I said before, we're getting better at interviewing coaches, and we will have the conversation when we interview the coaches, and that could play a major part in who is selected.
Okay.
Anything else, Duclan? let me ask you this, Duclan. What are your expectations if you were the chairman of the technical committee and you are going to select a coach right now, given what you have seen of the team, given the players that we have available, what are some of the characteristics you'd want in this coach and which will determine now how the team plays?
All right. Well, first thing, the coach has to be charismatic. You know, they have to be able. We're not even talking about players here. We're just talking about the Jamaican public. You know, we need a coach that we can support, if you understand what I mean. So they have to have a presence about them. So that is one. I'm sticking to this ball handling and just keeping possession. We need a coach that will emphasize that, because that is a big sticking point for us. We can't keep the ball, you know, chances are, you know, we're going to lose the game. I think if we fix that or improve it greatly, we will see Jamaica performing much better, because we have the physical and we have the individual talent to do a lot of damage. I don't want too much of a defensive coach. I don't know I don't know. I think Jamaica has a lot of attackers naturally, and I think that's a strength of ours. You know, we've always done good defensively, to be honest, but we have a lot of attackers, and I think we didn't utilize them as much. So I want a coach who is attacking minded. Whether local or overseas, I don't see any local coaches right now that would be able to get the support of the nation and the players. So somebody with some level of experience, winning competitions, competing for trophies, you know, on their resume, that type of thing. That's what I would be looking for. So,
okay.
Yeah, maybe a Spaniard. Maybe I probably wouldn't go England, to be honest. I wouldn't go England this time.
But if you go to a Spaniard, him will tell you for tiki-taka, that's what him grew up on, and then that will be probably against all the way we have played for the last 10 years. So how you reconcile that? Because, I mean, and the other thing, why you say Spaniard when Spain was dominant in 2008, 2010, 2012, and it's the first time them going back to a semi-final, you know, it looked like we'll keep our fingers crossed. So their success with that style has waned over the last couple, you know, almost a decade. So why would you want to go there?
Well, Mr. P, we can't use that. Where has Iceland been?
No. Yeah, Iceland went to World Cup in 2018. 2018 with a style that is probably similar to ours.
Yeah,
so I just want us to improve our ball handling skills. That is what I want. You know, learn to keep possession. And if you don't get a coach that understands that, then we're not gonna do it.
No, but you only have 1 year for the World Cup. No, I'm trying.
What about France, Duclan? Yes,
yeah, you only have 1 year for the World Cup in a Duclan. 1 year. So you think?
Yeah, France too.
Aren't we more similar to France?
I think so.
Aren't we more similar to France than Spain in terms of the build, the speed of our players, the what you call the skill, which is a shifting business? You don't. I
wouldn't disagree with that. I wouldn't disagree with that. You know, my number one gripe is that we are struggling to just control the ball and make simple passes, and I don't think it was stressed with the last coach. If you don't stress it, it probably won't happen. You have to be behind. We have to be behind these players like kids. Some of the time, I get to understand.
But you know what is funny though? When I look at like the Leon Bailey, the Demarai Gray, the Mikel Antonio, the Ethan Pinnock, the Damien, when these guys play in their leagues, controlling the ball is not an issue. Why? So why?
Exactly.
What happens when they come to Jamaica? What is in the water here? Why?
It is not stressed, man. You get out, you don't do it, and you play. You know, if you're not doing it in training, the coach would call you up and say, hey, what is that you're doing?
No, well, look at.
And I don't think that was happening.
Go to some coaching. No, I mean it's more than that. One of the ways to keep the ball, you have to know how to create space, and so
right.
So it is a little bit more technical. But one of the key thing is that every single player have to be on board if you keep the ball and say that you are going to do. It does take away somewhat from if you overindulge in the keeping, it take away from your attacking play. I can give you some live example in the last World Cup. Spain make 1,000 pass lose a game. Mexico improved their pass completion rate by 9%, and they didn't go to the second round. Germany was 70% at the ball. They always have an average, and they didn't go to the second round. So we have to be careful when we just start. If you pass it aimlessly without a plan, it just don't work. France, on the other hand, never passed 50%.
Hello, Mr. Rika, how are you doing?
And they become
I'm good.
And they would have been the world champion and always somewhere near the final. So, I mean, you have to also look at the type of players they have, what they will be able to achieve, and then choose a style. I thought the coach that we did well to recognize what the Jamaican philosophy was. Of course, you have a playing philosophy. People just say they don't see it. Yes, it is there from 10 years, 20 years. It's the same old play from when was here. That's our philosophy. It's not what you say, it's actually what you do.
What is the philosophy though? I think maybe because it look like the people them not seeing. So just tell them. Don't tell them to look and they will see. Tell what is the philosophy. So we can
Jamaican philosophy.
Oh. Yeah. What is the philosophy?
Jamaican philosophy, how we play strong in defense. We defend, and we try to play on the breaks, and we try to score on set plays. That's it. That is what we have been doing for Renaissance time until now. And if you go back and look, that's it. Every now and then we break out and do something else. But whenever we come under pressure, that's what we resort to. Every single time. Defend.
So our philosophy is defending.
Defend and play on the breaks. Not possession. We are far away.
I think we need to change that philosophy a little bit.
You know what is funny though? As I say, the last competition we were in, our philosophy is defend, and we conceded 6 goals.
No. And
I don't understand this philosophy.
No, but let me tell you why that happened.
Tell me.
No, I'm going to tell you why it happened.
Yes.
In the modern game, if you play defending in your own half, is that you practice for play defending in your own half, so you can do it. There's also a moment called attacking in the opponent half, which is the exact opposite. So if I know that's what you're going to come and do, all I'm going to do the whole week, I play attacking the opponent. So I make the runs, make sure I have somebody who can beat the first player and turn it not 2 versus 1 all the way, and must kill eventually. So that is why you're going to concede goal if that's all the way you play. You have to play. You have to learn to mix your game and play different.
Okay, very very strange philosophy.
But we have though. May I tell you? Just look back from Renaissance time. That's what we did. Sometimes I was wondering how people don't scrun us from 98, where we used to just we off and we block and we block and we block and we block, and then we get to a ball part and run the score.
I would think our philosophy is play counter-attack football, but defending, I don't know that we have been.
No, I don't know if it's counter-attacking football, because some of the time when we get it, we still try pass through at the back. That's not exactly trying to.
That is going against what
that
I'm
is
saying.
true.
That is going
that
against.
Is true. That is true too.
I believe when we do that, we are going against what we are good at, which is kick it, playing on the break, counter-attack, bam, bam. Yeah. Right? Which is what we should be doing.
Mr. Speed is right, man.
Yeah?
Mr. Speed is right, that is our philosophy, but we're challenging that, because that don't sound like much of a philosophy.
Yeah.
Or a successful philosophy.
Yeah, because, listen, all I'm saying is that when 1998, when our philosophy was defending, we weren't conceding a lot of goals at the office. Nowadays, every time we play, we concede. So the philosophy then now work. We want a new philosophy.
Because I just explained to you, if you play defending at your own half, there is a way to beat it. So people just study us.
Yeah, so people study with philosophy. Let's get a new one.
Beat it. Yeah, and start beat it. Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying.
Let me tell you, I think our philosophy in the 1998, the literal field in the office was part of it. Because the field was so bad that the other team they couldn't play.
And we used to tell
so
them
that was like a weapon against them.
We used to tell the players them we have to tackle them on them so the ants can bite them.
Yeah, man.
So in time the man then drop and the ants nest them on the field. Be ants bite them.
So I think I will change that philosophy, man.
Yeah.
No, it is too one-dimensional for too long, and you're going to get into trouble with it. Unless you play weaker teams. If you play a strong team that is an hour, you're going to get into trouble with it. I remember I was talking to Mauricio from Brazil, and he was in the Brazil coaching school. And I was asking him, suppose a team defending him in their own half, what do you do? And him say, if I know that's what you're going to do, there's a way to what all you need to do is get one person who can go past one man, and once you go past one, then a 2 versus 1 created all over the pitch, and you can use it and beat the team that plays like that. And I mean, there's run, there's decoy run. They learn to stop people in place. So what they do, they use 3 players for stop about 4 or 5, so then keep the possession. So all of these tactics and technique, people modern people know. People who coach in this era know how to do it, and they're gonna score on you.
All right, Duckland.
Yeah, man. Well, can I ask another question? Just last one.
Yeah, man.
When do we expect to hear about this new coach, or when will the new coach be announced?
Yeah, I think we're not in a rush. We're trying to get it done properly. So I think early August would be our, or late July would be our preferred time.
Early August.
Late July, early August.
Okay. About a month. All right.
No, it's not a month. We're trying to get the person for August 1st. That would be our preference.
Yeah. So it's more than a month.
Oh.
No, July we don't know.
Oh, yeah.
3 weeks.
In 3 weeks' time. Okay. My bad.
Sound good. I like what Panama did with their coach. I really impressed at how Panama is playing. So we can probably copy what
they got the Argentina coach, I think.
All right.
That Argentina coach.
All right. Bless up, Duckland.
Dutch. Yeah, man, cool.
This is the man, the top man at Ballheads TV, aka Duckland. He has been off here for a while, people, because his hair has grown back and he has not gone to the barber yet. As soon as he puts it off, then he will back on Ballheads TV. T-Got is in the building. Yes, sir.
Good day, good afternoon to you, Sir Management, the host of the program. I'm live. Good day to you, Mr. Speed. Mr. Speed. Now call you, I can't get you. I can't get you. What's up with that? You block me?
I was on vacation,
You block me?
I was on vacation, so it could be true.
Okay, so I can call you and get you now, right?
My phone.
So you talk to the man now, T-Got?
No, but hey, my talk on your program is a different talk than how I talk to you. Okay? That's it. Good day to you, Mr. Speed, and good day to you, Mr. Management. The person asked a question that I said July. So, are any games lined up for this coach to before the Nation League games, so he can get his feet wet?
Who are going to play in the match?
Eh?
Who are going to play in the match?
I mean, who are going to play? Well, we have this team already.
Which one of the team they are going to play? The players that were there in pre-season?
I mean, well, in a preseason team or either local, fully local, or whatever, what they can get. I just want to make the coach.
The local players who most of them not playing any football because the season is done. Only Cavaliers and Mountains.
You don't understand this. Management understand the seriousness of this football thing, A joke thing, management.
Man, a serious question me ask. I think I'm asking a reasonable question.
Okay.
Maybe, all right. Mr. Speed, you come to talk to Mr. Speed. Me not asking him more questions. Mr. Speed, talk to Tiga.
Mr. Speed,
I mean,
do you have anything in the blueprint that James plan up for the Nation League?
I'm just amazed that you're in the business alone. And just talking thing you feel like that, Tiga. At this particular point in time, we are not using local. You notice the team don't have much local players. As a matter of fact, team we start the other day, we have one player night. We have two player night or even born in Jamaica. Most of the players then are professional players that is overseas in their club.
Nice.
Clubs will not give you their player unless it's a FIFA winner. You will never ever get a player from them unless it's a FIFA winner and I'm modern.
Yeah, hold on double.
Yeah. So because of that, that's what you have to work with. So you have to tell me when I FIFA winner, then you ask about games. So anything else, not going on.
Okay. All right, cool.
Yeah, all right, cool. We have a call online. This is Reggae Boys Community. Dub.
Yo, so T-God, man, you never know not about FIFA window and then something.
Yo, double. Relax yourself.
You deserve that, Tiga. You deserve that. Nobody else.
Relax yourself, man. Double, relax yourself. Relax yourself.
You don't know about FIFA window.
Double, ask a question and come off of the line, quick and fast.
Did the man ask a question, Tiga?
Yeah. Answer the man. The man asked me no FIFA window. Answer.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, so let me tell you what going on in the world of football, no Tiga. Because when I tell you, you should have tell me. All right. So where people come together and do them have a window where every country play at the same time, right? So we can't just say we want a practice match in a 2 weeks and just call up the player them. No, them only game them only can be played on FIFA date to get your strongest support, your strongest player. So in reality, Jamaica can't have no practice game before the next scheduled home game. You understand, T-Got?
Yeah, man. T-Got gone, man. T-Got must have gone drinking tea or taking coffee or something.
Yeah, because man, I never really want to call about the other thing that you know.
Okay, so Jacko, my love. Someone put call up.
So T-Got, the next FIFA window, just for clarity, is the 2nd to the 10th of September.
All right, sir.
Yeah, man. All right, double.
Respect, double. But me I try to tell T-Got when the FIFA winner them, and the rest of people is going to ask about practice game before the qualifier, before the Nation League game. The next FIFA winner is September 7 to 15, or October 11 to 19, and November 17 to 25. And we only have 3 opportunities to play, none before the next set of official games that we have.
All right, T-Got. Any other question?
No other question.
Listen, save those questions when you get through to Mr. Speed. No ask them about this program.
Okay, boss.
Ask a question that will make sense on this program and save them the question there off here. So ask a good question now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, ask a good question.
Ask a question.
You don't have no question.
Well, I don't have a question yet. Continue. I don't have a question. Give me 1 minute. I don't have a question yet. Oh, Mr. Speed. Okay, let me ask a question. Okay. How the selection process is going on with selecting the new coach? How is that going on?
Good. We have a lot of applicants, maybe 30. We're going
30 is good enough. How they said that nobody don't want to work with Jamaica? Why 30 applicants?
Africans?
Applicants. Why 30 applicants? I thought they said they didn't want no coach want to coach Jamaica team. 30 applicants is a lot, you know.
Sure, I'll reach 50 before the weekend.
Wow. That's good, man.
Yes. So the product is better than people think. Nothing like that.
That is good. That is exciting.
And people, otherwise from propaganda, the people them know the truth. The people know the truth.
I thought the JFF was so bad that nobody want to work with the JFF. You understand? And we'd have to go look. We'd have to go have you coaching the team or something like that.
No, it won't be me. I can tell you that up front. It won't be me.
Okay. Okay.
You get your answer now because you're one of them that talking about Mr. Speed coaching. You hear man say it publicly again. He is not going to be coaching the team.
No, I'm going to be choosing the coach, not coaching.
Well, that is good. I'm glad that I'm glad that everything is going fine, and we soon get a coach and get the program again on the road.
No, but nothing wrong with the program, Tiga. We have no other opportunity to play until September 5th. Nothing is wrong with the program.
Right. Nothing new. You know, just getting the fans out there want a piece of mind with a coach and stuff like that. You know, just that it. And can I have a guarantee that this is guaranteed that Tiga. I know you're not going to say it public, but no, like.
You're not going to say public, Tiga.
Well, let me ask the question and him get answer or not answer. Let me try to frame it. No promotion there, meaning that from assistant coach to coach. We'll get in the coach from outside, right? No coach within the assistant coach rank. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Well, if you apply for the job, we have to consider that.
All right, fine.
Tiga, you see the sound. Tiga, you see the sound that we just come from over your side, and that you talk.
No, I'm trying to do some elimination, process of elimination. I'm trying to do some process of elimination.
We do that at 2 year eliminate. We said 30 guard. We have 30 already, so it's not much.
We have a call online. Let me just take the caller. Caller, welcome to the show. Good afternoon.
Caller, come beat me now.
Yes, man. It's big up yourself.
Every time.
Big up T. Got big up yourself, Mr. Speed. Boy, Mr. Speed, I cut to the chase, yes, because me eliminate yourself or something. But real quick, Mr. Speed, when you want to take on the job for coach Mabel and national team? When is your plan? When is your time speed?
I believe.
I said this question before. I remember. I said the question before.
But I believe at this particular time, I am best suited with helping the Jamaican football landscape in the post that I have. You see, people just always talk about selecting a national coach. That's not that. I don't even think that is so important in terms of what I have to do. The National Academy, we need to establish in all parts of Jamaica, so we don't leave no stones unturned. New coaching techniques and know-how. We need 2,500 coaches to be fully certified and know how to coach in Jamaica to really improve the landscape. Those are more important to me, and those are the things that I'm working on. Club licensing, so there's a whole heap of things to be done to Jamaica football, the elite youth football that we have to be doing, and that is what I'm focused on doing first. Academies, to regularize them, all of those things. I'm trying to focus on those things because I think in the long run Jamaica will be better off than me just coaching one team. I'm serious.
Okay, fair enough. But I'll follow up with that, seeing that you go into that about the coaching perspective. Do you guys have like a coaching, I guess, conference or community where talk, for example, going forward, trying to educate the kids then and having a philosophy? I guess Jamaica, technically, we don't have a style, a technical, that technical philosophy style where we want to implement. Is that something you guys not necessarily have to say, well, everybody have to play the same way, but what are the main philosophy we need to develop so that when they reach to a certain level, it's not hard for them to start to adapt?
So if you ask me, philosophy is overrated. If you ask me.
Okay.
But I am probably, everybody going to get crazy now. What is happening is that if you know all of the different moments to play in, then you can choose a philosophy from knowing all the moments. So I think it is more important for you to teach the kids all the moments of the game. Then you can choose a philosophy that actually suits the players that you have, because you can't choose a philosophy that don't suit the players that you have. So every team is different, and some of the time you find a Jamaican team is different. You could have found a time in the past where a Jamaica team would have a lot of person who can angle the ball. So in the top of the hectare right era, you'd have a few people in that team that can actually angle the ball at batters. you could actually set up and play different. But if you have people, you know, that they have a certain characteristics, you have to suit a philosophy that suits them. Suppose you have runners, you can choose a different philosophy than if you have a style, a different style of play. Let me say a different style of play than if you have people who just who slower and a wall up men. You can wall up the ball. You see the difference. So it depends on who your best players are. That's how you choose the style of play. So I think what we're trying to do in Jamaica right now with our coaching school is to educate the coaches so they can teach all the players in Jamaica all the different moments, and then the coach can choose the philosophy. And it shouldn't be a problem at that stage because they would have learned everything already. What to play.
Lastly, on that, regarding coaching prospectively, is this something where the JFF can implement? I know like each of them and them kind of control a lot of the youths football, but if, for example, there's like, you know, I don't know if I'm still doing thing, they like the Pepsi, you know, competitions and these competitions. Is there a way to implement where basically certain coaches, certain degree of qualification can coach only these kids, you know, rather than just some people just pick up and just say, yo, I'm going to coach a team.
Right.
So that
we
basically
but we have a program now. That is what we're trying to do. We need 2,500 coaches. We only have like 700 or 800 quality certified now. So we're far away from getting the required amount of coaches that we need. So you still have groundsmen and the PE teacher and the male person in the school coaching the kids, which is what we're trying to move away from. So we actually we have a program where we're doing 500 primary school coach this summer to next year summer to carry them from the D license to the C, which is equivalent to what is done in the world where primary school kids are coached by C license. In those courses, we're going to be teaching the coaches how, you know, the moments, the 4 main moments in those 2 courses, so they can start to teach the kids from a young age what the moments of the game are. After the kids are adapted all 4 moments, then they can choose, the coach can decide what his philosophy or his playing style is going to be, because they would have been equipped with the tools to execute them. So for instance, suppose we decide, say, we are going to play like Real Madrid. If you teach a kid attacking from them own half, yeah, you see what happened there right there, so them now would kind of understand, say, coach, a counter attack, what the coach means. So that is what we're trying to impart in all the coaches, so that can. Now, if I just step off of football a little, if you look at athletics, what has happened is because of GC Faster, we have so many good qualified coaches all over Jamaica. And we have and once you have good qualified coaches, even if kids don't want to run, the coaches going to start a program in their school. And that is why we do so good at track and field, because from a young age, you have these qualified coaches teaching them. It's a similar thing we're trying to do with football. It's not anything new we're trying to do. We're just trying to do a similar thing. So once a kid in a school, there will be a certified coach in the school. So even from a younger age, he'll start to teach them how to play at the moment. So remember, kids learn best between age 8 and 14 or 7 and 14. That's a golden age of learning. But what has been happening over the years for Jamaica, that is where we don't have certified coach, which was a mistake. And that's what we're trying to fix.
Correct. But I appreciate that. That's really good information. I'm glad to hear. Hopefully we move it forward. That's what will help to change the development and the kids them understanding the game more. But regarding the national coach and the selection, I don't know if we can just throw it out as an advice. If you get a good, you know, I don't know if it's possible either, but if you get a good experienced coach for the job, hopefully you can lock him in for a 2 year if you can bargain for that. You know, because you know, so the price might be high. But the reason why I say, because like you mentioned earlier, we will have 1 year to complete this qualification. So it's going to be very important and vital to get you through the hurdle, and plus maybe even for playing at the World Cup. And then probably if all things go well, can renew for a longer term. But, you know, if it's and then maybe can look into the process of getting somebody else for the long haul. But with all that said, big up on yourselves and respect again, Mr. Sweet.
All right, cool. Respect. Thanks.
Well, Mr. Sweet, brave up still. You need to take on, even if I under 20 still. But now I pressure Jerome. But don't let me get so.
Another time, man. We have some more work to do. And the other thing too is, I remember, you know, we just have like 5A license coach. I want, when you reach high school level, you're coached by a B license coach. I mean, that's where the B license for elite youths and top professionals, you know, we are using a B license now to coach Premier League, and we just reached there now. So you see, we are kind of behind. We were using D license coach to coach Premier League like 2 years ago. So that progress and that process, it will take some time, but I want to be committed to that to make sure that happens. And because football will develop in the next 5-10 years, we're going to be very, very good. We're going to be ranked in the top 13 of the world. That is my prediction in the next 5 to 10 years.
No, that's good. I like that vision. I like that plan. Hopefully, on a big prominent brother have some plans to take that over to, because that's very important. I think that will help to change the dynamics of football going forward in the future. So.
We want to become, we have not been able to produce that world-class player now. While we produce world-class athlete, why? It's because of the coaching education from young. It's not there. That's what we're trying to fix.
All right, blessings.
No, I agree. I just to say this, I agree with you 100%. I do believe that, for example, if the teacher is not educated, then you basically won't learn much. So I think it's very important the person teaching you something is educated of what they're teaching you. That way, basically, because most likely what you learn is what you're going to basically carry on. So if they are not teaching you enough or properly, or to get you to a certain level, especially when you reach a certain age, because we all see the youths are grasping this quicker and earlier, and by 15, 17, that transition, you're looking at them to be becoming close to knowing what a professional player or style of play would be. So I think it's very important that we grasp them.
And it's not only that, because we're teaching coaches now how to recognize talent. Because enough coach can recognize that talent when them see. Because
and a lot of scouts too can recognize talent.
Right. So all of those are so now people have been bypassed, and then probably will eventually become better than they think is the talent, So all of those things, we're working through all of those things because we believe that we're still missing people. And some of the time, all the coach interact with teaching them how to interact with kids, because like some of them, when I'm teaching in classes and I say, kid come late every day, what you do? Who him can't train, run him away. I said, but the kid, I said, did you talk to the parents? No. I said, but it's not the kid's fault. The kid can't come by himself. Why you not talk to the parent and see if that can probably come? So you see, all of these, so we have to be teaching the coaches a lot of things, not just the football, but a lot of things how to, look for kids who in them shell but will become top players next. There's a lot of things that we're going through now to teach the coaches them, and once that program is fulfilled, I think we'll have a whole heap of improvements in our next 5 years.
So true. And from this, we can call it the American hemisphere between North and South. It is not a surprise or a fluke, Mr. Speed, that the Argentinians have the most top coach or the most successful coach in these regions. So big of yourself on that, we just say that and just to say, I think that's not a bad direction to look at.
All right. Yeah, man. Best up every time. Yeah, man. Hey, on that note, Mr. Speed, what I am just thinking that wait. This under 20 thing is looking very fuzzy, Wait.
I know why.
I don't hear anything about under 20.
Why look so fuzzy, man?
I'm asking.
They don't just come back from Mexico. They went and go on a tour in Mexico.
They did.
Right. Yeah. And get a whole league. So why look fuzzy? I don't know.
It don't look fuzzy to you. When is the under 20 tournament?
19th. I'm leaving here. 19th, I think it starts.
The 19th of when?
This month.
This month. How we don't know the team?
Why is it important to know the team? The team
and the night.
My understanding is that the team today, there is a squad. The squad is
okay.
And today, the squad, the list will be sent. Today is the deadline for sending the list. Sorry.
Okay, today is the deadline. All right, there you go, man. They will not get looking information, man. I tell you, man. Yeah, but T got no really have no good question in Mr. Speed. I mean, I really understand.
Him done from the man from dub up. Come on and ask him where FIFA win. Him done. Him that lick him out. Him now nothing to say. One game with that. One lick the man game with that dub plate.
We got change the man name from T got to Figot. You don't know why you come out to ask to back phone.
You have to ask double if it's a 45, you lick him with eyes a double plate. I don't know if it's a 45.
Yeah, man, but we're glad for the clarity. We're looking forward to, hearing who the new coach
Yeah,
is.
man, I think them gonna trick them all going to camp again before them go off.
Okay. Yeah, man. All right. Anything else, Mr. Speed, you want to add? When is the next coaching certification? Like, when are the next CRB courses going on?
No, well, on Wednesday we start our first A license course in Jamaica.
On Wednesday of this week?
Yes, first A
I
license.
should have done another cohort, them, man.
No, you can't. You have to have a B license for 1 year. This is not a joke. This is not
So
a
me
joke.
have another license for a long time that me think it equivalent to a B.
Yeah, we have to assess it. So send it, come make we assess it.
51 pages. You have time?
Yeah, we have time. I've done 52 pages of assessment, so 51 is one.
Yeah, my resume is 51 pages and that's careful. Yeah.
All right, now take me this, Mr. Speed. Look out for my call, all right?
Cool.
Respect,
all
my
right,
boss.
All right, forgot.
All right, forgot.
Michael 23. I think we set up he says this. He says, I think if we set up an under 23 team with a good coach, we could be very competitive.
In what?
Are there any plans to set up an under 23? Lots of talent. Ian Frey, Kenroy Campbell, Dixon, Tavon Gray, Boyce Clark. You know that I think like we have a good set of under 23 players, right? I think we didn't make it to the Olympic qualification, but I think it wouldn't be a bad thing if we could get some games against some of the teams probably going to the Olympics for some of these players. But I don't know if it makes, because some of them are in the first team.
Remember that the last Olympics, it was the under 20 that the competition that they used to qualify the team for the Olympics, not the under 23 team.
Okay.
That results. But remember, one of the whole idea about the senior team coach when he's not playing competitions, one of the ideas that the senior team coach should take the under 23 coach and play the matches. That is what we have been doing. Like when you notice the local squad with a couple of the players when we play against Trinidad.
Yes.
So it's a plan and it's not necessarily an under 23 team. Let me just make Michael 23 understand. Whenever that's why I'm want to go under 23. Michael is not an under 23 team. What we need is a team that will play with players that are eligible to play, that will be around in 2030 World Cup qualifying. So wherever the talent is, even if it's a 24-year-old or 25-year-old who wanted to play in that team, if we're thinking going to come back for 2030, and it will be the next set of good players, not necessarily an age as such, but more the next set of good players. So if you have a player that is 18, well, them still would qualify for under 23. You still would play those players that I think will make the step to be in the under 30 World Cup squad. That will be one of the functions of the new coach. We'll make it clear to him that we'll probably need 6 international games with that set of players. So take care of it. But it's not for competition purposes.
Okay. Brian Martin says, Manning, so how can I get the guest Rudolph Speed on my program? I need the formula from you, Man has been hiding from me since June 3rd, 2024.
Yeah, the problem with him is that he want me to come on at 7 o'clock and 8 o'clock at night. Me like your program because me come on during the day.
Daytime with the office. That is the formula, boss. When them man head out from them office, he must wait until he reach the top of the hill before the phone work. And when he reach the top of the hill, I'm house in the boss. He don't have no time for no program.
Yeah.
Understand me,
son? Grandchildren, they have a play them. Like a boxing, like a running,
So that is it. Yeah. All right. So we have in this game there's around 20 minutes and France still down 2-1 to Spain. Spain not playing that 1,000 pass game anymore. It look like a different Spain team. So that's good to see. And I know you have big game coming up as well, Mr. Speed. I mean, in the Champions League, club championship. against Mount Pleasant. Yeah, I know that they have made some additions. Oh, Cavaliers, any additions to your team so far? The window wide open?
No, we haven't made any additions yet.
Yet?
Yeah, and it's probably unlikely to, because we just dip down in our reserves and our in our talent pool and come up. So we haven't really made any addition.
Okay. All right, and then Trayvon is asking, will the GFF have island-wide to identify youth talent from early?
But I didn't tell Trayvon. We actually now have a what you call a national academy system. The unfortunate thing that is we only have one training center in Kingston. But what we have done is we have employed 4 scouts, one in each region, right across Jamaica, to identify talent in the region and recommend them to the national academy. We are just putting it into place. We're trying to get lands that the government will give us long-term lease to put up some sort of similar facilities in every region. That's what we're trying to work on. And but it's a problem. So with using the scouting method, we also we have some money that we want to pay one coach in each parish to be our eyes and ears. We're going to give him a small salary.
What? So like management of a job, boy.
So that is something that we'll put in place. So based on those 2 moves right away,
no better eyes than management in Central, man. Talk to me.
We're supposed to be identifying more talent, so that and they will be, they'll be recommended to the National Academy. We're also going to be sending the National Academy coach into the regions at intervals for those regions to put together youth teams, and we'll be able to see them in action. So in addition, we're going to be having under 13 and under 15 competitions at the parish level. So again, that's something that's supposed to be scouting the players. So we're having an extensive network put in place. Now we have the national under 17 competition, which is being played now between 10 teams. We're disappointed we didn't have more teams, but all of those are put into place to make sure so we leave no stones unturned, and we'll be able to find all the talent.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, because the person asking, Leecroft Letman is the scout in the Western region.
Correct.
So you have Paul Maxwell up in Kassafa, Leecroft Letman. You have Purser.
Purser is a national, is a academy coach. You have Karen Berry in South Central.
Okay.
And Hilton is supposed to be in East, but he has left East and gone to Monroe, so we have to find a replacement for him.
Oh. And all right, so there you go. So those are the scouts. Who is leading, Mr. Speed? Who is leading the U17 tournament? No, that's not Freddie Butler, the coach.
No, he might talk about the under 17.
Elite youth. No, you on half of you?
No, only one team can lead. A Cavalier lead.
Oh, really? You not tie at the top of the table?
You know, look so. Look so.
Okay.
I may try, but look so.
All you try. What you mean you try for them catch you, or you try catch them? I don't understand what you mean.
I try for some people step up, but them not step up.
Them not step up. Okay. All right.
So
the Cavaliers
lead. Complain, say Cavalier lead, brother. I go get some team and come, man. I'm glad for the competition.
Yeah. Brent says he did his D license, and I know him can't get him certificate, so him can apply for a job.
Tell him to go to your parish association and get it.
There you go, sir. Go to your parish association.
But you do it true. You never do it true. You do it. We do it.
A links him use, man, and a links him use. That is why you can't get it. You never do it to your parish association. You use some links. And now the link break.
Yeah. Even though I'm parish association of them, and then you must go to find out why.
Yeah.
Make sure you pay your bill now, because if you not pay them now again. I'm just saying. I'm not accusing him of not paying. I'm just saying.
Oh, him said the parish tell him that GFF has not yet provided the certificates.
I don't know if it's true.
All right. Yeah, man. All right, Mr. Speed.
So just to answer DWSA, was it a mistake to send to the under 17 around the Kingston team? DW, that was never the case. All Premier League teams and all Tier 2 teams was invited to participate. Every single parish had a Tier 2 team, like as I can remember, or a Premier League team. So the under 17 was supposed to go right through Jamaica. It's just it's just who decided to enter. So we have Petersfield who enter, we have Reno who enter, we have Mobile United who enter, and we have Mount Pleasant who enter from outside of the corporate area. So there's really 6, and then you have Portmore from St. Catherine. So there's 5 from rural area and 5 from the Kingston area that enter. It's even.
Yeah. Oh, man, is all scout report to Paul Maxwell. I want to catch a couple of them scout here because
no, that's not true. That is not true.
That's what Maxwell saying to Mr. Speed. So careful now. You can't. You don't think you should answer that because
I don't care what him say. As far as I know what the contracts were, I saw all of them, and there's no such thing in any of the contract.
The man says that he is the head of the scouts and all scout must report to him. That's what the man said.
I don't know if that was done, but as far as I know, that not in any contract. I don't know if John tell him that that's what they should do. That's not in anybody's.
Okay. All right. Don't be holding is also in it.
Yeah, and don't be holding is in it. Yeah. So it's 16 from the rural area and 4 from Kasafo. So it's not really true.
Okay. Yes, I'm gonna tell you. So we have the clip. Him said that every one of the. Anyways, you see this. You see Lee Craft Letman. Me oh you are beaten because you miss 2 talent for the under 17. That when the man in the under 17 see the talent them say no. So how nobody never tell you about them a player here? And you know them Lee Craft Letman. You know them very well. Lee Craft Letman. You miss the next one for the under 20. That when the man see the man the man say, hold on, no sir. Is this man from Jamaica? Them say, yeah man, him play all not here too. Lee Craft Letman. I tell you, me come for you. So if I report you, yeah man. And leader, stop telling people them that them need to report to you. Not go so.
Well, I don't know if who tell him so, but it wasn't me. I don't know if that was told to him, but I don't know if that the contracts they were all independent and they must report to the National Academy. So I don't know if that's it. I don't know what is it.
Yeah, man. Jeremy and Johnson. Not sure if this was asked before, but what is modern football? Yeah, it was answered because the article. Mr. Speed said that the person who did the article, did not say that Mr. Speed said it. It was the person who created that opinion, but he did answer that.
And he did put it in inverted comma to tell us that's his thing. His interpretation or something. Yeah, actually, above you have 16 points and cover you have 16 points.
So I'm not tell us I 200 points, same points when I tell you, man.
No, you said the 2 of us was leading, and I said no, 2 of us can't lead. We're on the same points, but I cover your lead.
Oh. Or do we have the current players, type of players? That's how I said Jeremy and Johnson. So what Mr. Speed said is that he never said that. It was the person who, but he did answer that. So you have to go listen to it at the beginning, but he never said that. It was the reporter who put that in there. All right? Yeah. So, but he did give some answer. He clarified what he said earlier in the show. So it would not be fair for me to ask him to go back over everything. So just listen to it to the point where he came on to the show, and then you'll hear him answer that. All right? But listen, bless up everybody. Mr. Speed, thanks for always coming on, you know. I know sometimes you feel like, hey, one man is man over there going to be a nonsense. I'm going to hear what I must say, you know, but you understand me? I think the people always appreciate you coming. Because them give you a hard time still, you know, but, you know, beneath the heap attack and thing, we think them still rate you still.
That's it's a burden you have to carry, it's fine. If it's a burden you have to carry, it's okay. I'll carry it.
Yeah. Tom Stranger, you know that man in school doing well, you know. I think what the FA did, most of the players who play for the Reno under 17 team, are probably players who play in the Manning's team. Because remember they are the under 16 All Ireland champions, but the school going through a difficult time now with the damages from the hurricane and also right now.
Just to say that the under 17 competition has been postponed till the 21st because of the hurricane and
until February.
No.
You mean the parish competition? Yeah.
No, the elite youth competition.
Okay.
It postponed till the 21st of July just to give teams time to recover because of
okay.
Because a lot of people still don't have light, people don't understand. People still don't.
Yeah. A lot of people don't have any water.
So Brian, so all the people who I'm proving now, Spain is playing on the counter attack. Remember, I keep telling you people, Spain thing till 2012 worked. After that, it don't work at international level. They just realize that they can't keep doing that thing forever because the game just changed. The game is now people breaking lines every opportunity them get. So Spain has to be playing on the counter attack now. Them learn. See that?
Yeah.
So players need to learn to play every style. Then you choose, depending on your position.
Trayvon, there are players from Central America that have played in the team. Even this season, there are a couple of Panamanians who are at Mount Pleasant.
There was Brazilians who were at
Mobile. Yeah, Brazilians at Mount Pleasant as well. So you have South Americans playing in the league, man. Yeah. All right. Yeah, man. All right.
The league will start in September this year. And there's going to be some changes. I can't tell you, but massive change. Yeah.
All right. Me like the straight league format where you come up. Like it. Big up yourself, Mr. Speed. All right. Bless up. All right. So, people, listen. I am Manning's man. You know what it is. This has been I Am Sure Sports. And as usual, when it gets to the end of the show, you know what we say. What do we say, people? We say, hey, no, hold on. Before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe. Thanks to the person you subscribed for the first time today. Welcome to the platform. Hope you'll enjoy all that we have to offer you. Again, go and show some support to the other vloggers who have content, especially the new ones, Ballheads TV, Jason Gona, Cranky Live, Bam Sport TV, 433 Pressure. People like Unseen, go and show them some love. And also don't forget the veterans in the business. You have the great coach, Minzy, from the coach's desk. You have the military Gona, you have Formula Sports. You have Ryan LFC. You understand me? You have the Sports Prophecy. Go and check them out and big them up and show them some love. You understand me? But that is it for us today. It has been more than the 2 hours that we promised. I hope you enjoy every moment of it. Those who are watching on the replay, thank you for taking time out. Leave your comments, and on our next show, we will read your comments if we think it is worth the airwaves. All right. I am Manning's man. This is I Am Sure Sports. Remember, if you want to make a contribution to the rebuilding effort at the Manning's High School, the link was on the video. I will be posting the link as well in the description of this video, so you can click on it and go straight over there and support the school. Have a blessed day. I am Manning's man. This has been I Am Sure Sports. And as usual, we say we are over and we are OUT out of here.